Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over Again. This is Matchday Live. It's a biggie London derby from the Emirates. Arsenal versus Chelsea. A chance to go 4 points clear at the top. Can we get the 3 points? Come with us. Let's see if we can do it. So it is Matchday Live. It is Arsenal versus Chelsea. What a big game this is. Can we get the 3 points? We'll get into the team news very, very shortly. We've got a few comments in already. Nathan's with us. Hey there, my friend. Hope you are well. Tough game this. I watched Chelsea against City. Chelsea should have won. They should have done, yeah. Just could not take their chances. I think it'll be tight, but I'm going 2-1. Nathan says Palmer being out is huge. Yeah, it's a big blow. Terry's with us as always. Hey there, Terry. Good to see you, my friend. He says, evening, Nathan. Looking forward to this one. I think we're going to spank them tonight, especially with Palmer missing. Well, we'll see. Nathan says, oh, some crazy stat has directly contributed to 20 of their points. Well, that's not a bad effort, is it? Terry says, to be fair, it doesn't surprise me one bit. He's a massive loss to them. But I'm just hoping that we turn up tonight. Yeah, I think it's all about us, isn't it? Nathan says, Richard, is that I'm a bit late. I do apologise. Some of us have got to work for a living, unfortunately. We can't just mess around on YouTube all night. Terry says, I bet he comes up with some lame excuse. But don't. Well, I mean, it is a lame excuse. I totally agree. Nathan says, something to do with a Yorkie bar. No, the Yorkie bars are nothing to do with it. Yeah, it was you two. Yeah, you were distracting me. That's right. It's definitely you two. Definitely you are. Terry says, morning, Richard. What's this? The aftermatch show. Mark says, come on, you Reds. Indeed, come on, you Reds. We need some team news, don't we? I've got distracted already. It's been a hectic day today. That's why every week off work, you see, you go back to work and suddenly it's like mad. Anyway, where are the teams? I've got the team sheet for you. It's here. So for Arsenal, this is how we line up. Not too many surprises necessarily, but there is one. It's Raya in goal, back four, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel and Tomiyasu in midfield. Declan Rice. Thomas Partey comes in his first start for a very long time. In fact, it might be his first start of the season. And, of course, Captain Martin Odegaard. And the front three, Saka and Trossard, are either side of Kai Havertz. So that's an interesting Arsenal team, isn't it? Thomas Partey in midfield. That is a big shout, isn't it, from Mikel Arteta? A really, really big shout there. And let's see if it pays off. On the bench then for Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale, Gabriel Jesus, Emil Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah, Jacob Kiwior, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira and Alexander Zinchenko. For Chelsea, then in goal it is Petrovic. They're back for Gilchrist, Desai, Badiashile and Cucurella. In midfield it is Casado, Fernandez, Madueke and Captain Gallagher, and then Mudryk is behind Nicholas Jackson up front. So that's our Chelsea lineup. As we've said already, we know the big miss for them, of course, is Carl Palmer, isn't it? And he's a big miss. He's their top scorer. In fact, he's a joint Golden Boot leader, isn't he, with 20 goals. So he's had a great season, hasn't he? But Chelsea haven't lost in the league for a very long time. I think it's 8 or 9 games. Yes, they did lose that semi-final on Sunday to Man City, but they probably didn't deserve to lose that game. And it's how they respond, isn't it, to that disappointing result. Of course, we bounced back at Wolves on Saturday. Big, important 3 points. It was not the greatest performance. So, and I do feel as though we've gone off the boil, certainly in the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've not really hit the heights. Brighton away was the exception. Before that, we had a couple of poor performances at home. We scraped a few victories. And I think we've struggled at home, haven't we? Away from home, we've kept 6 clean sheets in a row. We seem to be going through the gears quite easily away from home. But at home, we have struggled. Is it that extra pressure? Could be, couldn't it? That's maybe just holding us back a little bit at home. But we have got the opportunity. Well, actually, we'll go 3 points clear tonight, 4 points clear of Manchester City. Of course, Liverpool did win their game at the weekend, didn't they, against Fulham? So it's just an important game. We just have to win, quite honestly. We can't worry about the other teams. The teams are now coming out into from the Arsenal tunnel. Arsenal, of course, will be in red and white, and Chelsea all in blue. No sock clash tonight, as there was with the women's game, of course, a few weeks ago, as we saw, didn't we? Mark C says, evening fellas, thanks for the show. It's no worries at all, mate. Good, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure. Terry says, I think it's nearly our best or strongest team we've put out so far this season. Well, it's certainly up there, isn't it? Obviously, Thomas Partey's not really played much. I think the left back is the issue. Obviously, Juan Timber's not quite fit enough yet, is he? He did play for the under-23s, wasn't it, the other night? Scored a great goal last night, actually, it was. So there's he's not going to probably contribute this season, is he? But yeah, it's probably not far off it. Nathan says they're going to need to step it up tonight. Yes, of course we are. Yeah, every game's a challenge, isn't it? Every game brings its own new challenges, and this one tonight is a challenge against a decent Chelsea team. They've struggled for consistency this season. That's been their trouble. They've struggled to score goals in for some parts of the season, but they did get 2 draws with Man City. We only got a draw at Stamford Bridge when we were playing pretty well. So it's going to be a tough game tonight. Let's not kid ourselves that this is going to be easy, because it most certainly is not. But it is good to see Thomas Partey back. Will he last a full 90 minutes? He hasn't played. I don't think he started all season, has he? Someone tell me if he has. I don't seem to remember a game he started. If he did, it would have been. Oh, no, was it when he was playing right back in the first game of the season or something like that, wasn't it? So he's not started a game in midfield, I don't think, this season. But he is in there tonight, replacing... well, not really replacing Jorginho, because it was more Kai Havertz who was in that position, and Gabriel Jesus has dropped down to the bench, hasn't he? With Kai Havertz playing as the number 9 or false 9, I suppose. But Chelsea got some good players, haven't they? We know how good Mudryk can be on his day. Obviously, Conor Gallagher's a great player as well. Cucurella's a good left back. The goalkeeper's pretty good. So, they've got a decent team. They've got Raheem Sterling on the bench, who tends to score against us when he plays. So that's going to be a threat later on, maybe. But let's get this game won nice and early, because otherwise, if it's like the Aston Villa game, if it stays 0-0 for a long time, Chelsea are going to grow in confidence. And, they have been playing pretty well lately. They definitely have been playing pretty well lately. So we can't afford to take this easy at all, can we? And let's see how it goes. But it's a big crowd, and obviously looks like a full house. There was a lot of tickets on the ticket exchange. So maybe some actual proper fans have got tickets tonight, as opposed to some of the tourists that seem to get them for most of the other games. But we'll see. It should be a good atmosphere. Obviously, of course, it's a London derby, isn't it? Chelsea have got their fans in that corner of the clock end, as they tend to do. And Leandro Trossard, of course, scored that great goal, didn't he, at Wolves on Saturday, which was a great goal, important goal right on half time. And Chelsea are a work in progress. There's no doubt about that. And we know how good Pochettino can be as a manager. What he did at Tottenham, they didn't win a trophy, but it's Tottenham we're talking about. He got as close as anybody's ever done in modern history to winning the league. So we know he's a decent coach, and given that time at Chelsea, I think he'll make them successful. But we've got to worry about ourselves. It's our job tonight, isn't it? We're at home, and we've had some good battles with Pochettino over the years, didn't we, in North London derbies? And tonight we're going to have to do it again. And the referee is Simon Hooper. Doesn't make a difference who the ref is. We know how terrible all of them are. It's going to be Chelsea to kick off. Arsenal attacking a goal to our right in his first half, which is, of course, the clock end. So we're kind of staying. We haven't changed sides around. And we are off and running here, Chelsea, all in blue, attacking the North Bank in this first half. The ball goes straight back to goalkeeper Petrovic, and he goes long up the middle. It's flicked on by Conor Gallagher, I think it was, but William Saliba's there for Arsenal and brings the ball up his near side to Ben White. Bukayo Saka's head. That's a good ball, actually. Kai Havertz in behind. Kai Havertz inside the penalty area. He's gone down, and he looks like he just lost his footing there. In fact, he was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered had it been a penalty, had it been a foul, sorry. But Kai Havertz, of course, played against his old club tonight. He was offside. You can quite clearly see by the lines on the pitch that time. It was not like the Man United Coventry one. I don't think it was a foul anyway, actually. I think he just kind of tripped over his own legs. And then he realised he wasn't going to get the ball and decided to continue his fall. But he was offside in any case, so it didn't really matter too much. Anyway, Gabriel finds Ben White on his near side now. Martin Ødegaard tries to play the ball through the middle, but it's cut out. And then Mark Cucurella, who at one time Arsenal was supposed to have been interested in him, wasn't they? And Man City as well. And he did go to Chelsea, of course, from Brighton, we do like a few Brighton players, don't we? We've got 2 in our starting lineup tonight, former Brighton players. Anyway, Chelsea coming forward now. That's good play there by Mudryk. Now it's with Cucurella coming forward on this near side. The first real attack from Chelsea. Wasn't the best ball in. Thomas Partey it was. Cut that out. And Chelsea get it away. But Chelsea have actually started pretty well in this game. Their problem is obviously scoring goals, as we've seen in some of their recent games. And there's a foul there by Enzo Fernandez on Martin Odegaard, the 2 number 8s coming together in midfield. And now Trossard's got the ball over on that far side for Arsenal. Sakahiro, Tomiyasu missed the game at Wolves with a slight injury. Good to see him back in the team at left back rather than Zinchenko. I do think that's a better option in that position. But that's still our real weak point in this team, isn't it? Tomiyasu is a right back essentially. So the fact that he's having to play at left back just goes to show how weak we are in that area. Oh, Cucurella's header there back to the goalkeeper Petrovic. Just had enough on it. Martin Odegaard was trying to close him down, and now Chelsea trying to play it out from the back. Cucurella again finds Conor Gallagher on his near side, plays it in to midfield. We've got Russ with us. Evening, Richard, and Chetty says, yeah, and yourself, my friend, hope you're doing well. You got the score right on Saturday, didn't you? You said 2-0. What's your score prediction tonight? See if you can get 2 in a row. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Russ says, hey, Terry, hope you're doing well. Yeah, Terry's with us as always, of course. And enjoying the game so far. It's been quite a nervy start from Arsenal. We played 3 minutes. Chelsea in possession over on that far side. They've started well, Chelsea, actually. And Arsenal may be feeling a little bit of those nerves that you get at this point in the season when the title is there for the taking, isn't it? Russ says, I'll go 2-0 tonight as well. Well, that seems fair enough. Of course, last season's game here against Chelsea was a 3-1 victory, wasn't it? We had the game wrapped up by half-time, didn't we? 3-0 up we were. Martin Odegaard with a couple of goals that night. And we could do a similar result tonight, of course. But we'll take any victory, won't we? Whether it's a scrappy 1-0, whether it's a comprehensive 3 or 4-0, or, you know, whatever it is, we don't care as long as we get those 3 points and keep the pressure on City and Liverpool. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Worry about ourselves. We just have to win our games. And if it's enough, it is. And if it's not, well, we've done all we can do. And there'll be 1 or 2 disappointing results from earlier in the season that might well come back and haunt us, perhaps potentially. Terry says, I'm going 4 or 5-1. Well, okay, you're confident, my friend. That is good. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Declan Rice inside the penalty area finds Trossard. Trossard fires it in. Oh, it's an early goal. Leandro Trossard has scored. 4 minutes on the clock. And it was a great run from Declan Rice that's made that goal. And it's slotted away nice and coolly by Leandro Trossard. And, wow, we got that early goal. So, of course, that can only mean one thing. It is indeed 1-0 to the Arsenal, which means also... Trossard is absolutely on fire at the minute, isn't he? That's a great goal. Just drilled it hard and low at the near post, through the goalkeeper's legs. Not great goalkeeping, it has to be said, but a great finish. And Declan Rice made that. Russ says, yes. Nathan says, great start. LT. Phil says, woo, Trossard indeed. Leandro Trossard he's the man at the minute, isn't he? He is the man coming off that left-hand side and smashed it in. Pochettino looks quite frustrated, and Chelsea had started well as well, hadn't they? They really had started pretty well, but Arsenal clinical there, and that's what you have to do in these games, isn't it? Get ourselves in front. That's what we couldn't do against Aston Villa. It came back to haunt us, but we have tonight. We've got the early goal that should settle us down, and hopefully we can go on and enjoy a comfortable evening. But 1-0 is still not, it's not a good enough lead, is it, really? Because Chelsea, have been playing well, but they're also coming forward again, looking to get a second goal quite early here. And Thomas Partey just won a free kick. It was Casado there, another ex-Brighton player, of course. So many ex-Brighton players are doing well in the Premier League for technically bigger clubs. And, you know, although Brighton may well be ahead of Chelsea in the Premier League, I think they are, but Chelsea are still a bigger club, and they've got 2 ex-Brighton players. We've got 2 ex-Brighton players. What a team they have. If they could have kept their players, What a team they'd have. Brighton, they could be challenging for the league title, wouldn't they? Anyway, it is Arsenal coming forward again, but Chelsea have defended that well. And actually, it's a free kick to Arsenal over on that far side. Enzo Fernandez again, with that tattoo on his back of his neck, which probably hurt, you'd imagine, wouldn't you? Anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal over on that far side. It's about 5 yards in from that touchline. And Arsenal have got a chance here to get the ball back in the box and maybe create another goal. And Nathan says, Partey has started. Well, he has started well, yeah. Can he last though? Is he going to stay fit? That's the question, isn't it? Because we've always known what a good player Thomas Partey is, but his injury record has been horrendous. And obviously, if he's not fit to play, doesn't make a difference how good he is. If he's in the treatment room. Terry says, to be honest, that was terrible by the keeper. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Martin Odegaard's free kick is overhit and easy for the goalkeeper that time, Petrovic. Of course, a famous name from Arsenal back in the 80s, wasn't it? When we had Vladimir Petrovic, you remember him? The Yugoslav, of course, who played for half a season in 1983, illuminated the place. But maybe 1980s football wasn't for him. I think he would have been great nowadays, actually. And he didn't really fit in then, did he? Fantastic play. The way else going forward again, Ben White on his near side. It plays it across. Good defending at the near post, actually. And then Conor Gallagher gets the ball away. The way this game's going at the moment, as Arsenal come forward, we look like we can rip Chelsea apart at will. But it's still early days, of course. And we do tend to start games well, don't we? And then tend to run out of steam a little bit in the second half. We have done recently. Anyway, Tomiyasu's just got a knock on his right ankle. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. But yeah, they're just showing the goal again. Not great goalkeeping, but well played by Trossard. Smashed it with his left foot at the near post. You shouldn't be beating at a near post, the goalkeeper, should you? Let's be honest. He's got to do better there, the goalkeeper, hasn't he? And that was really, really poor from him. But we don't care because it's gifted us a goal, hasn't it? And we'll take that all day long. But yes, not great goalkeeping there, was it, from Petrovic? They're just showing that foul there. Oh, it was a little bit late, wasn't it? By Casado, I think it was. It was actually with Nicholas Jackson with the stupid hair. And yeah, well, it was a foul. He just got there a bit late, didn't he, Nicholas Jackson? I'm not sure if he's got a yellow card for that, actually. Maybe he could have done. But I think the referee's decided not to give him a yellow card. Is it because it's early in the game? Russ says, that's a bad tackle on Tommy. Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, he was just over the top a little bit, wasn't it? It should have been a yellow card. There's no doubt about that. But players tend to get away with stuff a little bit more, don't they, in the opening 25 minutes, half hour of a game, don't they? And fouls that would normally be a yellow card later in a game don't tend to be in the opening stages, which seems strange to me because if it's a yellow card offence, it's a yellow card offence. Whatever time we're in the game, it makes no difference, does it? It's either a yellow card offence or it isn't. And obviously that one, when you look at the replay, clearly that's a yellow card offence, isn't it? And it should have been a yellow card away. Chelsea giving the ball away. Kai Havertz inside the box. He's got a player square of him. It was Declan Rice. Maybe he should have shot then. Trying to be unselfish, but he should have shot. And then in the end, the pass to Declan Rice was poor anyway. And there you go. Anyway, a shot comes in from Thomas Partey, but it hits a Chelsea defender, and Chelsea just hanging on at the minute. You have to say Arsenal got their tails up now with that early goal, and it's looking good at this moment in time. We've played 10 minutes. Should be 2-0 though, really, shouldn't it? If you remember the game against Bayern Munich a couple of weeks ago where we had a big chance to make it 2-0, didn't take it, and in the end it cost us, didn't it? And that was a big chance there. Kai Havertz, surely he should have shot there, shouldn't he? He should have shot. And in the end, he wanted to be unselfish, didn't he? And tried to square the ball to Declan Rice, and it was not a great pass, and the chance went begging. And let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt us as it has done before. Nathan says that's a yellow card. It should definitely have been a yellow card. Russ says that's a horrible tackle, typical ref. Havertz should have backed him. So we should have done, yeah. I mean, he scored when he plays in that position. He scored quite a few goals, and he scored a few recently. Why didn't he take the shot on? It's a good position, isn't it? You're inside the penalty area. Take the shot on. But he was unselfish, and it didn't really pay off, did it? And I say, let's hope that doesn't come back to be a pivotal moment in this game. Because, you know, I say we've seen it happen before, haven't we? We've seen it happen too many times. Certainly, I say the Bayern Munich game in particular is the one that really springs to mind, doesn't it? When we missed that big chance with Ben White to go 2-0 up, and then, you know, we're out of Europe now. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Trossard, the goal scorer over on that far side. He's got Gilchrist across there to try to block him. Now, Declan Rice had a good start to this game as well, but he's lost the ball there on the edge of the Chelsea penalty. And now Chelsea can launch a counter-attack. They've got a couple of bodies forward. Conor Gallagher's making a good run. Instead, the ball goes out wide to Nicholas Jackson over on that far side. Arsenal got plenty of players back now. The momentum's rather gone out of that Chelsea counter-attack, but they are still in possession, looking for an equaliser, looking for their first real attack, actually. Cucurella plays it back to Badashai. Now it's over on that far side, and Endo Fernandez. And Chelsea just trying to take the sting out of this game because they've been under a lot of pressure, haven't they, in the opening 10 minutes here? Well, 12 minutes we've played now. And Chelsea just looking to try to slow it down, get a foot on the ball and try to get a foothold in this game before it actually runs away from them, because it looks as though, or it was looking as though it was going to run away from them, wasn't it? And they've just given the ball away again now. Saka finds Martin Odegaard, and then Martin Odegaard is fouled by Casado, I think it was, or was it Badashile? Rather unfortunate name, isn't it, for him? And it's a free kick to Arsenal inside the centre circle. Thomas Partey finds Bukayo Saka on his near side. Cucurella's across. They've had a few good battles in the past, haven't they, those two? Anyway, the ball's back with Thomas Partey in the centre of the pitch. Pings the ball out to that far side. Leandro Trossard got a little bit of space. The Arsenal goal scorer finds Gabriel. And now he plays it back to William Saliba. Now it's Ben White. This Arsenal back four very rarely change. Well, those three players very rarely change, do they? It's just that left back position. Anyway, Martin Odegaard now looking to bring the ball forward, finds Bukayo Saka, plays it back to Martin Odegaard. Now Ben White on the overlap. Can he get the cross in? He's inside the penalty. Tries to dink it across. Hits Mark Cucurella, and it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. I think that's the first corner, isn't it, actually, of the game? And it is an Arsenal corner over on that far side. So no doubt Bukayo Saka will trot across to take it, as he tends to do from that side of the pitch, doesn't he, Bukayo Saka? And Arsenal have scored 13 goals from corners this season, which is 3 more than anybody else. Can we make it 4 more than anybody else with this corner here from Bukayo Saka on his near side? Gabriel's in there. He scored 4 goals this season, Gabriel. And I think all of those have come from corners. So that's, some of them 13 is down to him. Anyway, Bukayo Saka's ball's into the 6-yard box, headed out by Chelsea defender. In fact, it's headed, flicked on, and it's gone all the way across. It was Badashile actually who got that header in. And it is going to be a corner again to Arsenal over on the far side this time. And that's the cue for Declan Rice to come across, because he takes them over on that side, doesn't he? And he's been quite successful, hasn't he, with some of his corner kicks as well in recent games. And he's going to take this one. Gabriel is still in there, of course. William Saliba's in there as well. 2 goals for him this season. It goes short instead to Leandro Trossard. Finds Martin Odegaard on the edge of the penalty area. Gets it out to Declan Rice. Can we get the cross in? No, it goes back to Martin Odegaard. He's going to cross it towards the far post. Header comes in. Oh, it was Tomiyasu, I think it was. Rose highest, but couldn't keep his header down. He has scored 1 goal for Arsenal, of course, earlier this season. It was against Sheffield United, I think it was, wasn't it? When he came on off the bench and scored. And well, he maybe could have done better with that header, actually. But anyway, it's gone over the crossbar into the clock end, and Chelsea have given the ball away again. And now Arsenal in the second time here. Kai Havertz tries to. Oh no! Oh, sorry, they're showing a replay of that earlier incident, wasn't it? That confused me a bit there. I thought, hang on, I've seen that just a minute ago. Anyway, Kai Havertz flicks it on now to Martin Odegaard. Arsenal are coming forward again, but Chelsea have won the ball back. Good tackle there by Conor Gallagher, I think it was, and that's a good ball forward. If he's onside, Nicholas Jackson. He's going to have a little run now at William Saliba on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Twists and turns past Saliba, actually. Nicholas Jackson pings it across the goal. Good defensive header, though, it was from Gabriel, I think it was. And Gabriel again manages to get the ball clear. But that was good play from Nicholas Jackson there, actually. And Chelsea now are having a good spell. Conor Gallagher just on the edge of the Arsenal penalty. Can he get he fizzes it across? Oh, it almost fell there at the far post. Not quite sure who that was there getting on the end of that, but luckily they didn't. And it's gone behind. Conor Gallagher done well there. Whipped that cross in. A dangerous ball it was. Chelsea had a couple of players in the box there. It's a dangerous cross, actually. And if that had just had a little bit less pace on it, it could have been an opportunity there for Chelsea to equalise. But in the end, it fizzed straight across that 6-yard box. It was actually Maddie Aker there, it was, who was trying to get on the end of that for Chelsea, but wasn't able to. It was a Chelsea throw on that far side. And they're coming forward again. Nicholas Jackson tries to get in around William Saliba, but William Saliba's having none of that. Sorts that situation out. We've got the journeyman with us. Hey there, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to give us a like as well. And yeah, it's been a decent game so far. Chelsea having a good spell here, aren't they? Conor Gallagher again on this near side. The Chelsea captain coming forward. Mudryk has just gone ahead of him. He'll have a bit of a point to prove, won't he? The so-called transfer to Arsenal never quite happened, and he's had to. He ended up going to Chelsea instead. I'm sure he might feel a little bit bad about that now, but we certainly don't, do we? I think he's a better player than maybe he's been given a lot of credit for at Chelsea. I do think he's decent. He's scored a few goals this season, and no doubt if Chelsea are going to score tonight, no one would be surprised if it was him that was to score it, would it really? But anyway, Chelsea were trying to come forward there, but Gabriel at full stretch managed to cut that ball out. It was heading towards Nicholas Jackson. And now Bukayo Saka on his near side plays it all the way back. Oh dear, that's a terrible ball back. It's going to be a corner to Chelsea unnecessarily there. Saka was looking to play it back to David Raya, but it was a terrible pass and it's gone out for a corner. And if Chelsea were to score from this corner, that would be an absolute gift, wouldn't it? Bukayo Saka there with a really bad mistake. And it suddenly put Arsenal on the back foot and Chelsea have got a corner. I think it's their first corner, isn't it? They've got a lot of bodies forward. They do have a bit of height, don't they? They really do. Russ says, what was that? Saka horrendous. Indeed it was. Nathan says, what was that? Well, who knows? But it's a corner to Chelsea. Mudryk is going to take it on this near side. And it could be a dangerous moment for Arsenal. Whipped into the edge of the 6-yard. But right the way across. Should have been the equaliser for Chelsea there. I think it was decided there coming in at the far post. Any touch on that and it's 1-1. Really good corner it was. It was flicked on. Was it Badashar at the near post? And how has he missed that? Any touch on that there. And that is 1-1. And he's missed it from literally 2 yards out there. It was Desai actually, yeah, the defender. Wow. We said, didn't we? Giving away a corner like that can lead to an equaliser. It very, very nearly did. And there's an offside here against Kai Havertz. I think it is going to be a free kick to Chelsea. Wow. That was a let-off there, wasn't it? What a dangerous ball that was there from Mudryk, that corner. And I think Pochettino was just speaking to him there. I think he's saying what a great ball it was. It was a fantastic corner, wasn't it? And it should have led to an equaliser for Chelsea. We got a bit lucky there, didn't we? A little bit fortunate. And that Desai couldn't get any touch on that ball. Had he done so, it had to have been a goal because he was literally 2 yards out, no one in front of him. Any touch puts that in because of the pace on the corner and the flick on. You know, Mudryk again loses out this time to Bukayo Saka. Now Thomas Partey plays it forward. Some nice foot from Arsenal. Trossard to Declan Rice. But that's not a good ball from Declan Rice and Chelsea can clear it away. Conor Gallagher runs into trouble and it's going to be a shot, is it, from Trossard? No, he finds Saka instead on this near side. Bukayo Saka twisting and turning. Can he get the crossing? He does get the crossing. It's headed away. And now Chelsea have maybe got an opportunity for a counter-attack. It's quite an open game, isn't it? Arsenal attacking, then Chelsea come back and attack. And that wasn't a great ball. I wasn't looking for Mudryk. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Terry says, leave Starboy alone. If he wants to dive, fall over and make himself look a twat, I'm 100% behind him. Well, that was certainly a terrible pass, wasn't it? Let's be honest. And to say it could in the end, it could easily have cost us a goal because we were quite fortunate there from that corner. But it is 1-0. So both teams have missed a big chance. Now Arsenal have given the ball away in a dangerous position. Conor Gallagher, we know his quality. The Chelsea captain finds Mudryk. Can he get a cross in? Plays it square across the box. This is good play from Chelsea. Ball dinked out to that far side. It's Gilchrist has got a little bit of time. Can he get a cross in? Instead, he finds Mudryk there on the edge of the box. Can he get a shot in? No, he can't. It goes back out to that far side. Gilchrist chips it in, hits Tomiyasu, and David Raya is there. And Arsenal just about dealt with that. But you can see we look a little bit nervy, don't we? When Chelsea, maybe that's just me feeling nervy, I don't know. But we certainly seem a bit nervy when Chelsea are coming forward. And they have had one or two good, bright moments in this game. We're coming up towards a halfway point in this first half. It is still Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Now Bukayo Saka's cut inside. Bukayo Saka, is he going to get a shot away with his left foot? He's looking to try and do so. In the end, Cucurella got back at him and won the challenge there. But Arsenal still in possession. Trossard over on that far side finds Declan Rice. Lovely turn. Declan Rice with a shot. Oh, was it saved or did it go over the crossbar? Lovely turn there from Declan Rice. And a powerful shot. Look at that turn there. A little pirouette it was away from Enzo Fernandez. And he managed to get the shot away. It was just over the top, actually. Goalkeeper wouldn't have got anywhere near it had it been a bit lower. And it would have been 2-0. That was a great effort there from Declan Rice, who's done well so far in this game. It's his assist, of course, that led to the goal. Saka's just fouled Cucurella, but Chelsea keep possession. So the referee, Simon Hooper, allows play to go on. And Chelsea now trying to come forward. Nathan says inches away. It was, wasn't it? It was a good effort, that, from Declan Rice. A lovely turn, wasn't it, just before that, actually. It deserved the goal, didn't it, just for that turn? It was beautiful. But unfortunately, couldn't keep it down, the shot. And it remains at 1-0. And certainly Chelsea have had a much better period in this game, maybe since the goal. They started pretty well. We had a little spell, and then Chelsea have had one or two moments, haven't they, where they've caused us a few little anxieties. But we are still 1-0 up, and that's the most important thing. Chelsea, though, trying to play out from the back, and they do so successfully over on that far side. But that's not a great ball. Tomiyasu's read it, finds Kai Havertz. Nice little flick. Tomiyasu, can he pull it back? Strange pullback, actually. But Martin Odegaard's picked the ball up, goes past a couple of challenges. Now he's found Tomiyasu, drills it across the box. Saka's in there. He can't quite get the finish on it. Comes to Ben White. Good defending, actually, from Cucurella. Thomas Partey's shot's blocked. And now Chelsea can look for a counter-attack with Nicholas Jackson, who's done well, actually, against William Saliba again. He's got some pace, Nicholas Jackson, on this near side. He's got no one in the box yet. Mudryk is trying to get there. And Nicholas Jackson, it's almost an own goal. It's hit the post from Gabriel. Incredible moment there. What brilliant play that was there from Nicholas Jackson. He made William Saliba look like he was treading on, running on quicksand there. Brilliant play from Nicholas Jackson. He had no support whatsoever. And in the end, he tried to flick it across. It's hit Gabriel. Could have gone in, but it's hit the post. It's another corner to Chelsea. We know how dangerous they were last time. Russ says we should be 3 or 4 up. We made Rudo's missed chances. Well, we said that before. Nathan says Saliba, he was caught out there, wasn't he? Absolutely outpaced by Nicholas Jackson. That's twice now Nicholas Jackson's got the better of him in this game. Anyway, it's Mudryk with his corner again from this near side, and they nearly scored last time. What's this delivery like? Again, it's quite a good one, but this time it's an Arsenal head, flicks it away. When he comes to the edge of the box, so Conor Gallagher puts it back in. Not a great cross. Thomas Partey heads that one away. And Cucurella again finds Mudryk, chipped it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's an Arsenal. We're not really getting it clear. We're winning some headers, but not really getting the ball clear. But we should do now. Martin Odegaard looking for Kai Havertz on this near side. Good defending again from Mark Cucurella, who's actually done pretty well, and he wins a free kick. And Chelsea again looking dangerous, aren't they? This game certainly isn't won yet, is it? We've had the chances. We've had 2 or 3 chances, but Chelsea have had 1 or 2 of their own, haven't they? A few dangerous moments. They did it at the post, just there. A few seconds ago, it would have been an own goal from Gabriel. Nicholas Jackson had no support whatsoever when he got into the box. He showed so much pace, none of the other Chelsea players could get anywhere near him. And the penalty area was totally clear. And in the end, he made the most of that, really, didn't he? Because he had nowhere to go. He tried to pull it across the box to nobody because there was no Chelsea player there, and it's hit Gabriel and almost brought about an equaliser. But luckily, it looked like it hit the bottom of the post with David Raya going in the other direction. So a little bit of a let-off there for Arsenal. But yeah, as Russ says there, we have missed some chances here. And we've done that in a few games, haven't we? Remember the Aston Villa game? We had a few in that first half, didn't we? We didn't take them. Bayern Munich, we know about already. We've spoken about that. Anyway, Martin Odegaard now finds Trossard. It is his goal. Is he going to get another one here? The shot comes in, but it's well blocked by Gilchrist. Comes out to Declan Rice. Now Thomas Partey, a little bit of space. Finds Martin Odegaard. He's going to shoot from distance. He plays it into Kai Havertz. Couldn't quite get away. Saka's shot deflected, and a good save actually by the goalkeeper, but the deflection took it straight into his arms. And that'll make the goalkeeper feel a bit better, won't it, after his mistake for the goal. In fact, Kai Havertz may well have been offside. But anyway, Saka's first time shot. I don't know if it was deflected, actually. It did go straight to the goalkeeper anyway. And it remains at 1-0, 26 minutes on the clock. And Arsenal have a chance. Kai Havertz inside the box. This time he does shoot. That's a good save again from Petrovic. But Chelsea just can't get the ball away. Now it's with Bukayo Saka again on his near side. Plays it into the box. Havertz again. Oh, deflection. That's a great save. That is a great save from the goalkeeper there. Incredible stuff there. Good save initially from Kai Havertz. And then that when that shot came in, it was going wide. It got a wild deflection off Desiree, I think it was. And that's a fantastic save from Petrovic. He's made 2 really good saves now. And somehow it remains 1-0. Russ says, how we only 1-0 up? Well, because we just can't get that second goal. 2 great saves there by the goalkeeper. And is it going to be one of them nights? Let's hope it isn't. Anyway, Bukayo Saka now on this near side. He's going to have another run at Mark Cucurella, plays it into the box to Martin Ødegaard. Martin Ødegaard looking for the overlap there. Saka inside the box, but he couldn't quite get the cross in there. The angle was a bit tight. He's kept possession though, finds Martin Ødegaard again. He crosses it towards the far post. Kai Havertz heads it down. Chelsea clear it away. Thomas Partey touches it off of Gabriel. Lofts the ball up this near side. Strange ball it was. And Mudryk actually defended well against Ben White and does well there. Mikhail Mudryk, and now that ball played forward, looking for Nicholas Jackson again. That pace he's got, but Gabriel it was that time, came across and dealt with that particular problem. Ben White now in possession for Arsenal on this near side, finds Thomas Partey just over halfway, looking for that forward pass, and he's found Bukayo Saka on this near side. A little bit of space for Saka again. Mark Cucurella's across. Saka twists past him. Saka again tries a shot. Good defending again by Cucurella, actually. He's doing well with this Mark Cucurella in this game. He's got great hair and he's doing some great defending as well. But Chelsea can't get the ball away at the moment. It's lofted back in by Ben White. They should be able to get it away now, though. It wasn't a particularly good ball by Ben White, even though it looked quite clever. And Chelsea now in possession at the back. And it remains Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0, 28 minutes played here at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal with a chance to go 3 points clear of Liverpool and 4 points clear of Manchester City. Liverpool will have 1 game in hand and Manchester City 2. That's to be remembered. But would you rather have points in the bag or games in hand? It's an interesting one, isn't it? That seems to happen every year. Obviously, we'll have the points in the bag if we win the game, and we can't do any more than that. But the pressure then switches, doesn't it? Liverpool and City have just got to win their games. So all we can do is win ours and put that pressure on, make them have to win. What I don't want to see us do is what we did last year, just gifted the title to City, with some ridiculous results. We just keep winning our games. And if it's not enough because City win all theirs, then that's fine. Do you know what I mean? We can't have done any more, and we'd have to be satisfied with that. Yes, we'll look back with a few regrets, won't we, on 1 or 2 games, the Villa game recently, the 2 games against Fulham, the West Ham game at home when we had 50 chances, couldn't score. All those games, but ultimately, if we can keep pushing to the last game of the season, we can't do any more than that, can we? So let's see. But anyway, we need to get this game finished first because, I say, Chelsea has still kept themselves in. They're coming forward again over on that far side. This is good play. This is really good play. Ball across the box. Cucurella's there. Can he get a finish in? Cucurella's shot. It hits Ben White, I think it was. Chelsea still in possession. Shot just wide from Enzo Fernandez. Wow. And Chelsea have had their moments in this first half as well. It's actually a really good game, you have to say. That was great play there from Mudryk. Yeah, got it to the byline. Cucurella's shot was hit Ben White, came back to him. A lovely ball back across, and Enzo Fernandez tried to side foot it into the corner, and it went just wide. And they're having to go back to show that Kai Havertz effort before, and then the shot from Trossard, which was deflected. And that was a fantastic save, actually, the second one from Petrovic. When you see how, it was quite close to him. Anyway, Nathan says Enzo is starting to pull the strings a bit for Chelsea. Yeah, what an open game it is, you have to say. It's been end-to-end stuff at times. Yes, we've had 3 or 4 good chances. We should be at least 2 or 3 up. But Chelsea have had 1 or 2 big moments as well. And it could easily be 1-1, couldn't it? Because they've had 2 really big chances in this first half, Chelsea. They've hit the post as well. So, yeah, it's... this game, you don't feel that this game's going to finish 1-0, do you? The way it's going at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to just finish 1-0. I think there's going to be more goals in this game. Let's hope there's more goals for Arsenal, but we're going to have to be switched on at the back as well because Chelsea have posed a threat, haven't they? As they did against Manchester City. Bear in mind, they scored 4 against Man City, didn't they, earlier in the season? That 4-all draw, if you remember. An incredible game that was. And this game could easily be 2 each already, couldn't it? And of course, we did draw 2-all with them at Stamford Bridge earlier in the season as well, didn't we? We were 2-0 down. Managed to come back then with those 2 quick goals in the second half. Chelsea coming forward again over on that far side. Tomiyasu dealt with that. And Arsenal dealt with this pretty well, actually. Gabriel now in possession, chips the ball into midfield to Martin Ødegaard, turns. Mudryk comes across, and that's a long ball up this near side, but it wasn't accurate enough for Bukayo Saka. And it's rolled all the way through to the goalkeeper, Petrovic. It was his mistake, wasn't it, early in this game that's gifted Arsenal the lead, but we've missed 2 or 3 other better chances, you have to say, to get that second goal. We haven't been able to. Trossard now looking for another goal. That's a great ball to Kai Havertz over on that far side, across in towards Bukayo Saka. Cucurella's across, read that well. He's had a good first half, hasn't he, Mark Cucurella? And Bukayo Saka there's committed a foul, although he didn't seem to agree with that decision. 31.5 minutes played. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. What's been a very, very good game of football, we have to say. Exciting, end-to-end stuff, chances at both ends. It could be maybe 3-2 to Arsenal. Instead, it's 1-0. But it's been a very good game. Anyway, Petrovic is in possession now for Chelsea. The goalkeeper rolls it square to this near side. Mark Cucurella now. That wasn't a great ball, though. It's gone out for a throw. He was looking for Conor Gallagher. Ben White is going to take this throw for Arsenal. Throws it in towards Kai Havertz. Little flick on there, but Cucurella's going to be underneath this again. Heads the ball away with that big mop of black hair. But Chelsea have given the ball away again. Trossard finds Tomiyasu inside the penalty. What's he doing up there, Tomiyasu, in open play? Well, he's still far forward, but Trossard now is going to line up a shot. It's a really poor shot, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. Was it deflected for a corner? Anyway, it was a really poor shot. It was deflected for a corner. We got a bit lucky there because it was a terrible shot from Leandro Trossard. It's his goal, actually, of course, that separates the team's goal after just 4 or 5 minutes it was. But we've got a corner over on that far side. Declan Rice is going to go across to take this. Gabriel is in there again. Again, it's gone short to Leandro Trossard. Plays it to the edge of the box to Martin Ødegaard. Is he going to get a shot away? Couldn't quite get the angle. Saka might, though, from the edge of the box. Saka fires in a shot, but it's gone high over the crossbar. And another Arsenal effort fails to trouble the goalkeeper, Petrovic. And it's going to be a goal kick to Chelsea. But the Arsenal fans in the clock end behind the goal are not going to give the ball back. So Chelsea find another ball instead. And we've played 33.5 minutes. And Chelsea played the ball short from the back from the goal kick, and now they're trying to break forward. Conor Gallagher gets the ball out to that far side. Nice play from Chelsea, this. It's with Gilchrist over on that far side. And Chelsea now looking to try and come forward again. They've been quite dangerous over on that far side, haven't they? They're right. Conor Gallagher now plays it back. It's with Gilchrist again. And Chelsea having a little spell of possession here. And they've had a few little spells of possession in this first half, haven't they? They've looked a decent team, actually. We know their results haven't been great this season. We know their position in the table. But they've certainly playing some nice football at times here tonight. Although they do look a little bit vulnerable defensively as well. And that may be why they've in the position that they're in. Anyway, they've won the ball back now. And Casado there plays it forward. All the pass there got a deflection. Was a bit lucky there, actually. Cucurella's in on Saka, and that's a foul. And Cucurella doesn't care about that because it's miles up the pitch and did stop an Arsenal counter-attack. But now that free kick's been taken, and Trossard is running clear over on that far side. He's going to have another run at Gilchrist. Gets to the byline, puts a cross in. There's no Arsenal player inside that 6-yard box. And it's going to run all the way to this near side to Ben White, who can keep it in. Ben White plays it back to Thomas Partey. Now it goes square to William Saliba. Now it's with Kai Havertz. Touches it off to Martin Ødegaard, having a run at that Chelsea defence. Ben White started making the run and then stopped. It wasn't a great ball anyway. And it's run behind for a goal kick to Chelsea into the last 10 minutes of this first half. God, it's gone quick, hasn't it? It's flown by, actually. Shows what a good game it's been. It's certainly been a game that's flowed really, really nicely. And, so far so good for Arsenal as well. 1-0 up. Very, very early goal, which in these type of games can be really important, kind of, to settle the nerves. But you have to say Chelsea have responded well to that goal. And they've played some nice stuff. And they've had a couple of chances as well, haven't they? But that wasn't a great ball. Looking for Cucurella. And it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal, which Ben White is going to take on this near side. 36 minutes played. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Emirates Stadium under the lights. Always a big occasion, a London derby. And so far, so good for Arsenal. We'll go 3 points clear at the top. Although we would have played at 1 game more than Liverpool and 2 more than City, it would be 4 points behind with those 2 games in them. But they would have to win both those games, wouldn't they? And they're playing one of them, of course, on Thursday against Brighton. Cucurella there looks a little bit frustrated to have conceded a free kick. Referee Simon Hooper wasn't very happy with his reaction there. Was it given for handball? Or was it actually came off Bukayo Saka did it? It should have been a throw to Chelsea. So maybe he was right to not be very happy, but the referee didn't like his response and his reaction. And he has had a little word there with the lovely haired Cucurella, Spanish fullback, very good player actually. And he's been obviously targeted with following Bukayo Saka around all night tonight, and he's done it pretty well so far for the most part. He even got forward himself and had a shot, didn't he, Cucurella, which was blocked as Chelsea threatened that equaliser before half-time, which they're still trying to find, and they're coming forward again now. Nicholas Jackson inside the centre circle. That's a good ball forward, but it was maybe slightly overhit. Gabriel was across to deal with that, and Trossard should prevent a throw over on that far side. In fact, he's won a throw for Arsenal. Great work there. Gilchrist was kind of thinking that may have been a foul, or was he thinking it had come back off Leandro Trossard? But anyway, it is a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. And they're just showing that again there. It's a good tackle actually by Gilchrist. And Trossard there getting the crowd up. It's his goal that has given Arsenal the lead here as we come down towards the final sort of section of this first half. 7 minutes to go until the break. And Arsenal still with that early lead. But we haven't been able to build on it, and that could be a worry looking at some of our second half performances in recent weeks, with the drop-off has been quite big, hasn't it, in the second half of games. And, you know, have Chelsea got anything left in the second half, though? Because they had that big cup semi-final at the weekend, which they lost very late on to Manchester City after missing so many chances themselves to finish that game off. And now they're coming forward. Good play, actually, from Mudryk inside the centre circle. Twists and turns away well. He is a good player, isn't he, Mudryk, despite the criticism that he gets. Nicholas Jackson's done well there. Gets the ball over on that far side. Tomiyasu's done well. And then Kai Havertz steps in, but Chelsea keep possession. Ball chipped into the box by Enzo Fernandez, and Conor Gallagher tried to get on the end of it, but David Raya was there. Good goalkeeping again from David Raya, who looks set to win the Golden Gloves. All of that fuss earlier in the season about Ramsdale, and I don't think there's any doubt that that decision has been justified more times over than it needed to be, really. And you know, I've criticised Mikel Arteta when he's got things wrong, but he's certainly got that one right. So well done to him for that, and well done to David Raya for really settling in and proving to be a really good goalkeeper. Anyway, Chelsea coming forward now with Nicholas Jackson over on that far side. He's had a good first half, hasn't he, Nicholas Jackson? We'll put out to that far side, pulled back by Conor Gallagher, but looking for Enzo Fernandez, but Declan Rice was there, and his clearance finds Leandro Trossard. And now it's with Kai Havertz striding forward through the midfield. He got no real support ahead of him, though. So in the end, he just had to stop and had the ball taken off him by Caicedo. And now Chelsea back in possession. We're into the last 5 minutes of the first half. It's been a very good first half. And it's been a good first half for Arsenal so far. 1-0 up. But there's a little bit of frustration that we aren't 2 or 3 up. And that would have obviously killed this game off and would have put us in a very strong position. Instead, we've still got a lot of work to do if we're going to get this game won. Because Chelsea have shown, haven't they, in this first half, that they've certainly got a threat in them coming forward. And they are coming forward now on this near side with Marc Cucurella, who's been decent for Chelsea in this first half. Chelsea knocking the ball around, looking for that breakthrough. Enzo Fernandez over on that far side. That's a good ball. Finds Conor Gallagher, the captain. Whips in a first-time cross. Nicholas Jackson's there with a header. David Raya's had to save it. A bit of an unorthodox finish, maybe. In fact, I think he may well have been offside anyway, Nicholas Jackson. And that was a decent cross there from Conor Gallagher, actually. And he wasn't offside, was he? Was it handball? Maybe it might have been handball potentially there. Anyway, David Raya had to make a save. He maybe made a little bit of a meal of it, to be fair, but he would have been disallowed in any case. Mark C says Raya's playing a blinder. Yeah, he's playing well. I think Thomas Partey is playing well as well, actually, isn't he? The two of them. Have they started in midfield together before for Arsenal? I'm not sure if they have. Anyway, Alfie Gilchrist has just been given a yellow card for Chelsea, probably for something that he said as opposed to anything else. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, which David Raya is going to take just on the edge of the 6-yard box, coming down towards half-time here at the Emirates. Mark C says Chelsea had a 5-minute spell of possession, but if we'd stuck away our chances, we'd be 2 or 3 up. Absolutely, yeah, no, you're right. They've had a couple of chances as well, haven't they? And yes, we've been the better team. We deserve to be in front. But these games are so difficult to call out. There's such a small margins, isn't there? There's going to be a yellow card to Cucurella there for keeping hold of the ball when it was a free kick to Arsenal. I think he's been maybe walking a bit of a tightrope for a yellow card, hasn't he, Cucurella, for most of his first half. And he did foul Saka. It wasn't for the foul he got the yellow card for. It's because he picked the ball up and refused to give it back. And in the end, Ben White had to wrestle it out of his hands. And maybe Ben White's a little bit fortunate not to get at least a word spoken to by the referee. A little bit aggressive there. Yes, he just wanted to get the ball back, but it's Cucurella that's got the yellow card. So he's going to have to be careful now, isn't he, against Saka for the rest of this game. Anyway, Mudryk is in possession for Chelsea on this near side, finds Cucurella, tries to get it back. Mudryk instead, it's with Conor Gallagher. See, Chelsea have played this well. They've played some nice football. Oh, and there's a little bit of space on this near side, almost a little bit of space there for Mudryk. In fact, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Nathan says both their fullbacks on yellows. Now, yeah, they are actually. They both just got booked in the last few moments, haven't they? Rajander's been said, my friend, he says, hi, or hit the likes for goals indeed. Yeah, that's probably why I've only got that one goal. I don't know what likes are, but I'm guessing it's not enough. It's not enough likes, is it? So we need a few more. So come on, guys, hit the likes before half time. 43.5 minutes played. Chelsea are coming forward again now with Mudryk. He's had a decent first half. Chips the ball into the box. Not a great cross, actually. It's cleared away easy enough. But Chelsea again have picked up possession. Gilchrist now plays it out to that far side. And Chelsea coming forward again. Drilled across the box there. But it's David Raya's there. It was Maduka there with their cross. And David Raya has done well at his near post. Probably wasn't the best cross, if we're totally honest. But a dangerous moment again for Chelsea. And it remains 1-0. But still in the balance, this game, isn't it? Still very, very much in the balance. Of course, tomorrow, Liverpool play West Ham. Oh, no, that's at the weekend, isn't it? Liverpool away at West Ham, of course. We've got next game is against Bournemouth on the 4th of May. No, we've got the North London Derby first, haven't we? What am I talking about? Oh, this is just the game that's on this channel, isn't it? I was getting confused here. Of course, we've got the North London Derby on Saturday, on Sunday, haven't we, at 2 o'clock. Mark Cucurella's there was caught really late by Leandro Trossard. There's going to be another yellow card from referee Simon Huber. It's going to be for Leandro Trossard. He can't really have too many complaints there, Trossard, can he? He's getting Cucurella back to his feet again. He was late, though. It was a late challenge. And, yeah, it's obviously yellow. It's obviously a yellow card, isn't it? There's no real complaints there. So another Arsenal player. But I think we've had 2 books. Chelsea have had 2 books, haven't they? So it's been a competitive first half, and I think that's kind of shows how competitive it's been. You know, it is a free kick to Chelsea, and it is the yellow card there. In fact, I think it might be Mikel Arteta that's got a yellow card. It was Mikel Arteta got a yellow card, and now he's talking to his mate Albert, and yeah, not quite sure what that was about. Anyway, Russ says, Mikel, what's Mikel got a problem with there? It's clearly a foul. It's clearly a yellow card. I don't know what he's moaning about. Anyway, Chelsea are now coming forward. We are into the last minute of this first, into stoppage time. It's going to be 1 minute of stoppage time, and we're already into that now. But it was a little bit of a hold up in play there for that yellow card. Anyway, Thomas Partey now chips the ball out to that far side to Kai Havertz. Is he offside? No, he's not, but he just holds the ball up. I think Arsenal just look at it, get to half time at 1-0 up. That'll do. That will do. Yes, you know, we could be more than 1-0 up. We know that, but anyway, it's been a good first half, hasn't it? William Saliba now Plays the ball up this near side. We've played the 1 minute of stoppage time. Saka in possession. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, hasn't it? We lead 1-0, and it could be 2 or 3. Equally, Chelsea could have got an equaliser. They hit the post when the cross from Nicholas Jackson hit Gabriel. And they've had 1 or 2 other bright moments, haven't they, Chelsea? Enzo Fernandez fired a shot just wide. But is that goal from Leandro Trossard after 4 minutes that's given Arsenal the lead? Declan Rice with the assist. Great run from him. Found Trossard in the area. Not great goalkeeping at his near post by Petrovic, you have to say. But anyway, we'll take it. It is 1-0. And so far, so good. Rajendra says Chelsea first yellow for flattening Leandro card. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. What was the Chelsea first yellow card? I can't remember. But anyway, it is 1-0 at half time. We'll take that, won't we? Because it's been a good first half. Open game, so chances at both ends, and yeah, it's still all to play for, isn't it? We do need that second goal, though. We definitely need that second goal, because I can see Chelsea scoring in the second half. I really can. They've posed enough of a threat to suggest they've got a goal in them, so I think we're going to need that second goal at least, aren't we? So let's get that done. Right, I have got to go. I've got a couple little bits I've got to do at half time, so I'll play some music. Stay with us for the second half. It's going to be good. I'll be back very, very shortly, so stay with us. And yeah, we'll be back in about we'll be back before the second half, so stay with us. Give us a like, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the second half very shortly. Oh, back, sorry about that. I had to run a little errand during half time. We've just started the second half. We're about 3 minutes in. It is still 1-0, so I don't think we've missed too much. I've just been rushing around there to get things finished quickly, but I've managed to. There was a chance there. Declan Rice, it was, and that was a better save there from the goalkeeper. Actually, he's made a couple of saves, hasn't he, since the goal. There's been loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of comments. Let me go back to where we were. Terry says, you can see why Palmer's their top scorer and a massive miss for them tonight. Yeah, absolutely, you can. Nathan says, obviously need a second goal, but also need to tighten up defensively. It's too easy for Chelsea to play through at times in that first half. Yeah, it has been, yeah. Anyway, also coming forward again, and a shot from the edge of the box. Trossard, Odegaard it was, sorry, he's gone over the top of the crossbar. Nathan says, he is Terry. Jackson is actually a good player, good movement, pace. Gets in the right areas. He cannot finish to save his life, though. No, he can't. Terry says, I think we've overgassed our defence when put under pressure. They ain't as good as we all thought. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think the midfield has helped out a lot, hasn't it? Nathan says, it's just me, or does anyone get a little worried at times when Saliba has the ball? He just seems a bit shaky. I think it's a concentration thing sometimes. He sort of switches off, doesn't he? Or he seems to. Terry says, to be honest, I've never seen Saliba outpaced like that as he was tonight. No, he hasn't been. That's right. Nathan says, hopefully Richie's right about Chelsea maybe tiring second half. They don't have a great deal quality on the bench other than Sterling. No, they don't. Arsenal have got a second goal of the day. No, they haven't. Kai Havertz is in, and again he's denied by the goalkeeper. There we go. Anyway, Nathan says that's got to be 2-0. It was Kai Havertz, wasn't it? Lovely ball from Odegaard. Kai Havertz made a great run at the near post, got the finish, and that's a good save actually again from Petrovic, who you have to say had a really terrible start to this game, but wasn't able to save that first goal. Russ says, Rich must have locked himself in the bog. Terry says, I bet Paula's told him off and he's gone into assault. Now, Paula's not here, actually. She's at the pictures tonight. I just had a few things I had to sort out, which I wasn't going to get time to do after the game, so I've had to quickly rush around like a mad thing. Terry says, I bet he's gone for a jog once around the block and he ended as quick as he thought. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Terry says he may have gone for a run. Yeah, that's what I've done. Yeah, I had a couple of little jobs to do, which I've done. Anyway, I also got a corner over on that far side. Saka now plays the edge of the box. Declan Rice's shot. It's deflected. Comes back across. And it's Ben White. Puts it in. It's 2-0. Surely that seals it. That's no way back for Chelsea now. It's Ben White with the goal. Up from the corner. Chelsea never really dealt with it. And Ben White has stuck it into the far corner. Maybe a certain sense of irony there that it's Ben White who scored the second goal when, of course, against Bayern Munich, he had that big chance to make it 2-0, didn't he? Wasn't able to take it, but tonight he's taken that chance when it's fell to him. There's a short corner. Saka found Declan Rice. His shot was blocked. In fact, it hit Thomas Partey. It did fall kindly to Ben White on the edge of the 6-yard box. He was trying to get out of the way initially, and then he's managed to put it across the goalkeeper into the far corner. And while Petrovic has made some good saves in this game, he wasn't able to save that. And it is Ben White. In fact, Thomas Partey may end up getting an assist for that, even though he blocked a shot. Terry says, can't wait to get a decent one of ours. And Russ says, yes, indeed, 2-0. And Russ said 2-0, didn't he? Was he going to get the score right two games running? Let's, of course, remember, though, that we were 2-0 up. Or we were 2-0 down at Chelsea and came back to 2-2. So is it going to be Chelsea's chance to do that tonight? You don't think so, dear, because Chelsea haven't really, although they've had some moments in this game, I felt at 1-0 they had a chance of getting an equaliser, but at 2-0, you can't see them coming back into this now, can you? And Arsenal coming forward again. Martin Odegaard twisting and turning over on that far side. That second goal should settle us down, should give us the 3 points. In fact, it's play on. It looked like it was going to be a foul, but Havertz has got the ball. But it wasn't a great ball back to him, actually, by Martin Odegaard. Now Chelsea can look to get a counter-attack. Nicholas Jackson will chase this. He is quick, isn't he? He is very, very quickly Chelsea centre forward, but maybe finishing isn't his forte. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? Anyway, Gabriel now for Arsenal plays a long ball up this near side, looking for the run there of Trossard. He didn't get the ball. He's got it now, though. Touches it off to Tomiyasu. Now Declan Rice touches it off. It's going to be a throw on this near side, potentially to Chelsea. And it is 53, nearly 54 minutes played. It is Arsenal 2, Chelsea 0. And you remember the game against Chelsea, was it Christmas time, wasn't it? 2020, when we were about 15th in the table, having a terrible run. And we beat Chelsea 3-1, didn't we? That was the Saka and Smith Rowe game, if you remember, when they both really came into their own. We won that game 3-1. Granit Xhaka scored a free kick as well. And that turned that season around. And when you look back on it now, that probably turned Mikel Arteta's Arsenal career around as well, because it looked as though he wasn't going to survive much longer at that point. But that win against Chelsea, we then went on a half-decent run, pulled ourselves up the league, and of course the rest, as they say, is history. In fact, Chelsea at the Emirates was in fact Mikel Arteta's first defeat as Arsenal manager, wasn't it? If you remember that game where Jorginho should have been sent off and then scored the winning goal, didn't he? Funnily enough. Russ says, if I put money on it, Rich, it never happens. Well, yeah, that's always the way, isn't it? Never ever put money on it. Just always say it in your head or say it on the show, and just take the satisfaction of being right live on YouTube. It's got to be. There's no money can replace that. It doesn't matter about winning money, does it? The fact that you could be right twice in a row live on YouTube, that's just fantastic, isn't it? And that's the way it is. So yeah, let's. There's still plenty of time for more goals in this game though yet. So let's not get too excited quite yet, because there's still what. So we only played 10 minutes of the second half, and Kai Havertz is going to run through here. No, he's not, because Petrovic is out of his box. Plays a long ball forward deep into the Arsenal half. There's no Chelsea player there. Terry says Chelsea keeper should be saving that. 2 big mistakes from him tonight. I don't think the second one you can really blame him for. He's made some good saves in between the 2 goals. Certainly the first one was his fault, absolutely no question. I won't really blame him for the second one though. But anyway, doesn't matter. We've got the 2 goals. We're in control of this game, totally in control of this game. And it's just a matter now of whether or not we can not do anything stupid and give a goal away, which we almost have done here. Again, it was a sloppy mistake from William Saliba. He's just about got away with it there. Took his eye off the ball. Almost gifted Chelsea a chance. But now it's a chance for Arsenal to make it 3-0. Kai Havertz inside the box. Kai Havertz has stuck it away. It is 3-0. He scored against his old club, and he does celebrate as well. And that is a brilliant, brilliant counter-attacking goal. I'm not sure who played the ball for. I think it was Martin Ødegaard. What a pass it was. And Kai Havertz has stuck that away. And that is brilliant, brilliant goal. And that definitely seals the points now. He's been threatening a goal all night, hasn't he, Kai, against his old team? And he didn't miss this one, did he? Managed to get in behind. What a pass that was. He managed to get in behind Kai Havertz and stuck it into the roof of the net. And that is quite a beautiful goal. It was, in fact, William Saliba who almost made a mistake. And then it was played it through. It was Martin Ødegaard's ball. He's definitely onside, Kai Havertz. What a lovely pass that was. Lovely sort of 2 or 3 touches. And then he brushed off Mark Cucurella, who was trying to get back at him. Oh, was it Gabriel who made that mistake, actually, just before? It wasn't William Saliba. I do apologise to William Saliba. It was Gabriel. And then Kai Havertz at the other end held off Mark Cucurella and then drilled it in to the roof of the net. Ty says it just keeps getting better. It does. And that's a good finish, that. Nathan says, what a ball that is. Good finish too. Terry says, if 29 can score, we're definitely winning 5-1 tonight. Well, he's been scoring a few. That's double figures in the league this season for Kai Havertz. And he definitely celebrated that one. Some players don't celebrate against their old team, do they? But Kai Havertz certainly did there. And he's been threatening a goal throughout this game. And he's finally got one. And it's an important one as well, because it seals the point surely now. There's no way back for Chelsea. At 2-0, they still had maybe a little chance, didn't they? If they could have got a goal back. But at 3-0, that is it. Game over. Arsenal have got the job done. And, yeah. Look forward to Sunday now, can't we? Going to that big North London derby. Anyway, Chelsea are coming forward now, looking for a goal back. Arsenal will want another clean sheet. I'm sure David Ray will want another clean sheet, won't he? He's in the lead for the Golden Gloves as it is. Nathan says, to be honest, I think Havertz's link-up play has been pretty good tonight. He's played well, yeah. He's had a good game tonight, Kai Havertz. Absolutely has. A couple of times he could have shot and wanted to pass, but when it's mattered, he stuck one away. And a good finish. He actually was unlucky not to score just before, wasn't he, with that effort that the goalkeeper saved at the near post. He has had a good game tonight. He has been one of our better players. There's no doubt about that. And it is, another goal for Kai Havertz, 65 million down the drain. And it is 3-0 to Arsenal. We're coming up to the hour mark. We are currently 3 points clear at the top of the table, but we have played one game more than Liverpool, 2 more than Man City. We're 4 points clear of Man City. We've got a 10-goal difference better, but they do have those 2 games in hand. Now Arsenal coming forward again. Leandro Trossard, good take there, running towards the edge of the Chelsea penalty. Is he going to score another goal himself? Oh, he maybe took too long to decide what to do there. And in the end, Chelsea have plenty of players back. But they've given the ball away. Tomiyasu, are we going to get a 4th goal here? There's a player free at the far post. It is Kai Havertz. Wasn't a great part across, but he's actually done well. Havertz there. Nice touch. And it comes back to Martin Odegaard. Is he going to get a shot away? He does. It's blocked. Then Thomas Partey's shot's blocked as well. And Chelsea sort of half managed to clear the ball away, but Partey's still in possession. Finds Ben White over on that far side. Thinks it towards the far post. Tomiyasu's up. Good header by Gilchrist. And it is going to be a goal kick to Chelsea. And Arsenal looking at threatening again. We've played an hour. It is Arsenal 3, Chelsea 0. And Arsenal heading for another big 3 points. It was actually Gabriel that made that mistake and then managed to win it back. Chelsea might feel that was a foul, actually. He did have his arm around him, actually. Maybe he's got away with one there. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the goal was given. Mark C says, who scored the 3rd? It was Kai Havertz. But Chelsea coming forward now. They've got a player over here. Nicholas Jackson is inside the box. And he's put it wide in the side netting. Oh, that's Chelsea's biggest chance of the night. It was Nicholas Jackson again. He's had a good game overall for Chelsea, but that was a terrible finish. Again, it was a mistake at the back from Arsenal. It was good play, actually, by Madueke there. Found Nicholas Jackson. Lovely first touch. And then the second touch was terrible. He went past Gabriel very easily there, and he tried to put it in at the near post. And that's a terrible finish. Nathan says Jackson indeed. If he could finish, he would be a big goal scorer, wouldn't he? Because like you said, he gets himself into some great positions. He's got a lot of pace. But that was a terrible, terrible finish. And 61 minutes played. That was a big chance for Chelsea to pull one back. And I wouldn't necessarily say, another mistake at the back, though, from Gabriel. And Arsenal now have got really, really sloppy since the 3rd goal. And Chelsea coming forward again, looking for a goal back. It may well be too late for them, but who knows? We've seen some strange comebacks in the Premier League before, haven't we? But we just need to keep our concentration because we've been sloppy in defence, haven't we, in the last few minutes? Gifting Chelsea the ball far too easily and almost gifting them a goal, but not there. And now Arsenal can launch a counter-attack, but not really because that wasn't a good ball forward there, actually. I think it might have been Thomas Partey. Anyway, Chelsea now are in possession. And that's a good switch over to the far side to Mark Cucurella, put under pressure straight away by Ben White. His goal gave us that 2-goal cushion. And, of course, since then, we've got the 3rd goal as well. Nathan says he reminds me of Núñez at Liverpool. A little bit, yeah. I think Núñez is a better player, obviously, but he's got similarities, isn't he? Misses quite a lot of good chances. And I think that's something that can be improved, though, can't it? Sometimes you can't really teach players that natural instinct of being in the right places, making the runs, having that pace. And you can't teach that, but what you can teach and you can learn and practice your finishing, can't you? And I think if he does that, he could be a really, really good player, a really good Premier League striker, actually. And I'm sure he'd be working on it, but he's got a lot of work to do still, hasn't he? Anyway, Chelsea coming forward again. Good play here from Conor Gallagher on his near side across, headed out by Gabriel at the near post, and Kai Havertz has picked it up and just touches it back to Ben White, the 2 second-half goal scorers there. Thomas Partey. Terry says, what the hell was Gabby doing there? Well, yeah, I don't know. He's done that a few times, hasn't he? A couple of times in his second half already. And if we're not careful, we're going to concede a stupid goal, aren't we? And then Chelsea will get a lift and who knows what could happen. But as things stand, Arsenal well in control of this game. We're into the final, well, we're midway through this second half, and it looks as though Arsenal will be heading for a good 3 points and back on top of the Premier League tonight. Declan Rice plays the ball to Thomas Partey. Now he plays it square back to William Saliba. Now it is with Martin Odegaard. Ben White over on that far side. Now it's with Bukayo Saka. We are now midway through the second half. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 0. Martin Odegaard finds Bukayo Saka over on that far side. Finds Kai Havertz. Oh, that wasn't a good ball, actually. Kai Havertz just gave it away. Oh, and Nicholas Jackson was almost in again. Got round William Saliba. Just got enough on that. Ty says, best I've seen Partey so far. Well, I mean, it's because he's not played since August. Anyway, Saka now inside the penalty finds Kai Havertz again. Kai Havertz shot. Oh, it's gone in. Havertz has got a second. It's 4-0 to Arsenal, and that is it. It is all over. Chelsea have been well beaten here. Kai Havertz has got... And it is Arsenal 4, Chelsea 0. And Chelsea have not responded to that FA Cup semi-final defeat. And Arsenal are having a stroll in the park here now in the second half. Nathan says, boom. Terry says, come on, one more. The way things are going, we might score more than one more. That was Kai Havertz there. Put it into the bottom corner. That's a great finish. Good play from Arsenal round, actually. Saka it was, found Kai Havertz, and he's banged it in that bottom corner. Took a touch inside with his left foot and then smashed it into that bottom corner. That's a really, really good finish. Keeper's gone the other way, moved his feet the other side. There's no way he could have got that. And it's gone in off the post. And Arsenal sometimes have, in that first half in particular, we'd made a bit of a meal of this game, gifted Chelsea 1 or 2 opportunities, but it's all come right in the second half. The goals have gone in, and Kai Havertz has got himself 2. And Chelsea are now making a couple of substitutions of their own. And Raheem Sterling is coming on. Mudryk is one of the players going off. In fact, he's going off for Sterling. He had quite a decent game, didn't he? And Chalobah is coming on as well. And he is going to replace, is that Enzo Fernandez? Indeed, it is Enzo Fernandez going off for Trevor Chalobah. As Nathan says, sit down, Mr. Pochettino. He's been standing up all night, hasn't he, actually? Anyway, Chelsea are being well beaten in this game. But there is still, what, 25 minutes to play. And Kai Havertz has now got 2. He's on a hat-trick for Arsenal. It'll be his first ever hat-trick for the club. In fact, I don't know how many hat-tricks he scored in his career. Did he get one for Chelsea? Not sure if he has. Anyway, it is Chelsea coming forward again. And Tommy Asu had gone off, actually injured during all of that. And he still hasn't been able to come back on the pitch again, even though he's ready to come back on. Gilchrist plays it in to Conor Gallagher. Now Chelsea got a free kick on the edge of the box. It's Thomas Partey gave that one away. Terry says, Poch has that Arteta look when you don't know what to do. They're also making 2 subs there. Gabriel Jesus and Martin Elliott coming on. So still no Smith Rowe. He won't even trust Smith Rowe when you're 4-0 up against Chelsea. He's got to leave, hasn't he? He's got to leave at the end of the season, surely, after the way he's been treated. He can't even get on in a game like this. Anyway, it's a free kick to Chelsea. They're going to look to try and get a goal back, I'm sure. But it's not going to be much more than a consolation. 23 minutes to play. It's going to be Raheem Sterling with this free kick. David Raya has lined his wall up. Arsenal 4, Chelsea 0. And Arsenal heading 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League with 4 games left, is it? No, 4 left. I think it's 4 left, isn't it, after this? Anyway, it's going to be Raheem Sterling going to hit this free kick. You imagine straight away, chips it over the wall, but it's straight into the arms of David Raya. And Chelsea cannot even find a consolation goal. And Arsenal now looking hungry for some more. Because it helps when you're 4-0 up, you can relax. Tommy Asu is back on the pitch. He's now got the ball on this near side. Plays the ball to Declan Rice. Ty says, good subs, don't blame ESR leaving. No, he's got to go, hasn't he, for the sake of his career. He's coming into his prime years, you know, and if you can't get on the pitch when you're 4-0 up against Chelsea, then I'm sorry, but the manager doesn't rate you at all, does he? The manager doesn't want you at all, does he? It's obvious. Or you'd bring you'll bring him on with 2 minutes to play, something like that. You watch, that's what'll happen. But you should bring him on now, shouldn't he? Give him a good 20 minutes. You know, he'd have a good chance to shine in a game like this because the game's won, Chelsea's heads have gone, and we're going to be able to get a few more chances. He hasn't scored for a long time. Why not give him a chance to do it? You know what Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli can do. You know, this game's won. It doesn't matter now. Let's give get Fabio Vieira on. Give him some minutes in a game like this. This is where you manage your squad, and this is where Mikel Arteta fails for me. He doesn't manage the squad particularly well, does he? He's got an opportunity now to get some of these squad players on. And he's still bringing on the usual players that he picks all the time, the players he trusts. He still can't even bring on some of these other fringe players in a game like this when you're 4-0 up. I don't understand why not, because if we need them, when we come forward again, it's going to be another goal. It is another goal. Ben White's got 2. Incredible. I don't know if that was meant to be a cross or a shot. It doesn't matter too much because it's gone in. And Ben White and Kai Havertz have both scored 2 in this second half. And Chelsea are being absolutely humiliated here. And it's good to see, isn't it? Ben White getting a few slaps on the head from his teammates there. That was a strange goal, wasn't it? It was a Saka over on that far side, trying to take on Marc Cucurella as he's tried to do all evening. Ben White was on the overlap there. He's not offside. That's a cross. That is a cross. I'm not having that as a shot. That is a cross. And he's put it first time. It was a cross looking for Trossard, and actually it's gone in. And that just maybe sums up how Arsenal have got this in this second half. That is definitely a cross, and it doesn't matter. It's a goal. It is Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. Russ says the definition of a cross-come shot. It wasn't a cross-come shot. It was just a cross that's gone in. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? Terry says, get in there. Come on, Chelsea. Score me 1 goal. That's all I ask. Nathan says that was a cross, no doubt, but it absolutely was a cross. And even though it's 5-0, he's still not going to bring Smith Rowe on. Oh, is he? Who's that other sub? There's 3 subs now. Is that not Jorginho? Anyway, Kai Havertz is going off. No hat-trick for Kai Havertz tonight. A good performance, though, from him. Really good performance from Kai Havertz. And it's going to be Jesus to replace him and as the number 9. Martinelli's coming on as well. Trossard, another one of the goal scorers, is going off. It was his goal that started it all off tonight, wasn't it? And he's had a good game at Leandro Trossard, and he's coming off for Gabriel Martinelli. And is that Zinchenko coming on? Surely he's not going to bring Zinchenko on instead of Emil Smith-Rowe. He is, and Jorginho. So Tomiyasu's going off. Thomas Partey's going off. What on earth are you doing bringing Zinchenko on? What on earth are you doing bringing Jorginho on? And not Smith Rowe. Are you allowed to make 4 subs in one go? I didn't think you was. I thought you had to make 3 at a time. But anyway, he's made 4. He's made 4 in one go. What on earth are you doing, Mikel Arteta? Get Emil Smith Rowe on. Why haven't you brought Emil Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira on instead of the same old players all the time? Honestly. Nathan says Zinchenko. Exactly, yeah. Mark C says, come on, lads, stick the knife in. Well, I mean, we have done already, haven't we? But those substitutions don't exactly fill you with confidence that we're going to score any more goals. I don't know. I'm very disappointed that he's made those substitutions and not brought some of these squad players on. We might need them in the last few games of the season. They won't be ready because they've not played any competitive minutes. And they've had an opportunity to play 20, 25 minutes tonight when this game's done. Why not do it? Why not bring them on instead of bringing on the same tried and tested players that you've done all season? Terry says, how can you lot say that was a cross? You lot said it was going to be a tight game, 2-0 or 2-1. At least I got close by saying 5-1. Well, I mean, if Chelsea don't score, you've still got it wrong like we have. So it makes no difference, really, does it? You either get it right or you get it wrong. They're the only 2 choices, and we've all got it wrong as things stand. Unless Chelsea were to score a goal, which wouldn't totally surprise me because we have got a bit sloppy and Zinchenko's now playing and we have just given the ball away and Chelsea are now coming forward and they've got the ball inside the box and it is going to be a goal, is it? No, it's not. David Raya makes a good save at the feet of Maduka there and Chelsea can't even get a goal back there. Nathan says, happy to be proven wrong. Exactly. It makes no difference. 3 points will do. Doesn't matter how we get them. 1-0, 5-0, 6-1. Doesn't matter. Let's just win the games. And we've won this one. And we're going to have to see if we can win the rest of them as well. We've got 2 difficult away games to come, haven't we? As we know, obviously the North London derby on Sunday is going to be a totally different game to this, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. Anyway, Martinelli with his first chance to run with the ball down this near side, cuts in field Martinelli and then falls over. And Chelsea can bring the ball away. Their heads have clearly gone. They have been well beaten in this game. Absolutely well beaten. And the boys now back with their goalkeeper, Petrovic. Had a bit of a mixed night, letting a couple of soft goals that he should have done better with, made some good saves as well. Anyway, Chelsea have been well beaten here. And if you remember that 6-0 we suffered at Stamford Bridge, it'd be nice to get 6-0, wouldn't it, here? Totally different circumstances, of course. Anyway, Chelsea are coming forward. Raheem Sterling, Declan Rice pinches the ball off him. But Chelsea are still coming forward. Conor Gallagher over on that far side. Cucurella's on the overlap. Conor Gallagher again, 25 yards out, plays it square to Gilchrist on this near side. And this happened in the first half a bit, didn't it? Chelsea had some possession without really doing too much with it. And they're doing the same again here. And Arsenal got everybody back behind the ball. And what a second half it has been for Arsenal. 2 goals from Kai Havertz, 2 from Ben White. Have been added to that goal in the first 5 minutes from Leandro Trossard. And Ben White's second goal was definitely a cross, but we'll take it. And I'm sure he won't be too fussed, will he? But it was definitely a cross that went in to the net. Anyway, Chelsea are coming forward again up this near side. Zinchenko beaten in the air. In fact, he won his header because it's a free kick. There's a Chelsea fan in the crowd there saying, "I don't want your shirt. I want you to fight for ours." That's a great banner, actually, isn't it? And quite fitting as well for tonight. It's been a bad few days for Chelsea, going out of the FA Cup and now getting heavily beaten here at the Emirates. And they're going to make another substitution, I think, here. You know, they're going to take this throw first. Gilchrist is going to take it on this near side for Chelsea. In fact, Ben White got a yellow card. Not quite sure what that was for. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. Nicholas Jackson's had a couple of opportunities for Chelsea, hasn't he, to made it a little bit more nervy for us a bit earlier on tonight, but he wasn't able to take either of his chances. And it is going to, and Gabriel there getting the crowd riled up there. He's made a couple of stopping mistakes, hasn't he? And it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Gabriel plays it square to David Ray, gets it back again. Gabriel, and Arsenal playing it out from the back. Jorginho finds Gabriel again, plays the ball forward. Martinelli can't get hold of that one, and now Chelsea can get a counter-attack. Raheem Sterling over on the far side. Ben White's across, though, and the ball goes back to David Ray. The Chelsea end is emptying out. The Chelsea fans have had enough. Going home early. Gabriel looks like he's picked up an injury, and that's not good, is it, with a North London derby coming up at the weekend? It looks like maybe an Achilles problem he's got on his right foot. He's gone down. He did signal just before, didn't he, that he was maybe wanting to come off. And he might well have to come off now. Not quite sure who's on the bench that can come on for him, actually. Anyway, doesn't matter too much, I guess, when we're 5-0. It doesn't matter in this game. It might well matter in the future on Sunday, but we'll see. Mark C says, people take the piss about how Gab celebrates a goal clearance or block, but that's a commitment from our defenders I love. Oh, absolutely, yeah, it's good to see. Nathan says, Chelsea are lumbered with this lot for 8 years because of that clever loophole. Indeed, they're making another substitution now. Thiago Silva is coming on for Gilchrist, all a bit late. And they're making another sub as well, Chelsea. One of their younger players is going to be coming on. And it is going to be Maduka's going off. And it is Casadei is coming on for Chelsea. He looks about 14, doesn't he? But he's got a tattoo behind his ear, so I'm guessing he must be older than 14. Anyway, Is Gabriel still on? Declan Rice has just dropped into centre-back. I'm guessing Gabriel is just having some treatment off the pitch, or he's just had to go off because he had some treatment. We've got 12 minutes to play anyway, and Arsenal are cruising to the 3 points. And we fully deserve them as well. It's been a decent Arsenal performance for the most part. One or two shaky moments, but that's the nature of a title challenge, isn't it? If you remember, those of you old enough to remember the 1989 season, in the running, we'd looked a little bit shaky. We'd had a few bad results. And then we played Norwich at home and we won 5-0. And I think it was 3 of the goals in the second half that day. Anyway, we won 3-0 and 5-0, sorry. And that was the game that made me start to convince myself that maybe we could win the title after all. Of course, we did nearly blow it by losing to Derby and drawing with Wimbledon a couple of weeks later. But this performance has kind of been similar to that, hasn't it? And it was also 5-0. But of course, we can't afford any more slip-ups now, can we, in the final few games as we did that season when we lost. I say we lost at home to Derby and drew with Wimbledon. And in the end, that almost cost us, but we still had Liverpool to play, of course. Whereas this time we don't have Man City to play. So should we lose and draw a game of our next couple of games, then I think that'll be all over. But anyway, let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, Saka over on that far side. And Chelsea seem to have about 8 defenders now. It's a bit late for that, isn't it? You're 5-0 down. Anyway, Jorginho now picks up the ball for Arsenal, finds Zinchenko. And he plays it on to Gabriel Martinelli into the last 10 minutes. Martinelli finds Zinchenko again, goes square to Jorginho. Now it's with Zinchenko again, Declan Rice and Jorginho now again in possession. Touches it off to Martin Ødegaard. Now it's with Declan Rice on his near side. Arsenal just toying with Chelsea now. Rajendra says, too right, Mark. Most underrated defender. He's been a little bit sloppy at times tonight, hasn't he? But he's had a very, very solid season. And let's hope this injury that he's picked up isn't going to keep him out of the North London derby on Sunday, or we're in real trouble, aren't we? Just going through the goals again. Trossard's one very early on, set the ball rolling. Ben White with the second one, and he meant that one. Kai Havertz with the third, which was a very, very good finish. So pace and strength. And the fourth goal was a great Kai Havertz goal as well, wasn't it? Fizzed into that bottom corner. And we know the fifth one was a cross from Ben White that he's mishit, and it's ended up in the net. And it is 5-0. And Saka is now going off, and Fabio Vieira is coming on. Well, it's 9 minutes to play. Wow. Wasn't Smith Rowe then, was it? It's Fabio Vieira. This was the opportunity to bring both of those two on, wasn't it? And in the end, he's brought one of them on with 8.5 minutes to play. Anyway, Nathan says, who's your man of the match? It's Ødegaard for me. Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, Ødegaard's played well. Declan Rice has played well. Thomas Partey's played well. Kai Havertz played well. 2 great goals. But then he did have a few bad moments as well, didn't he? Oh, Jorginho now has tried to find Martinelli on this near side. Martinelli plays the ball back to Declan Rice, pulls it across the box. Chelsea managed to scramble it away. I'm going to give my man of the match to Declan Rice, actually. I think he's been really good today again, bossing that midfield, dominating the play. Now he's getting forward a lot more now. Jorginho's on. We've got Gabriel with us. What's up? Nothing much at the minute. It's going to be 6-0, is it? No, it's not, because that shot is blocked. Havertz scored. I'm at peace. He scored 2. Russ said should be 6. It should be 6 indeed. And that was Gabriel. Was that offside? Then Gabriel Jesus. It was. Found Declan Rice, hit the post, but he was offside anyway, I think. And yeah, Declan Rice is going to be my choice for player of the match. I think he's been brilliant today. But there's a few candidates, I say, isn't there? There definitely is a few candidates. Was it Jesus that hit the post? I know it wasn't. It was Jesus' ball. It was Declan Rice. I don't know if it was offside. It would have been 6-0 then. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Terry says 35 for me. First game, he ain't cost us a goal. Well, yet there's still time there is still time. And should he do so, of course, then your score prediction would come right, wouldn't it? So, maybe he will. So we'll see. But anyway, it doesn't matter because we have won this game absolutely at a canter, which has been great to see. Chelsea, for all some good play that they've had, have absolutely fallen to pieces. And that's quite funny, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. Anyway, Trevor Chalobah on his near side. And Chelsea just trying to keep possession. Thiago Silva plays out to that far side. Gets it back again. But this game has long been finished. We're into the last 6 minutes of normal time. Gabriel says 35 is better than half of the Chelsea team. That's how bad they are. That's probably true, actually, to be fair. That is probably true. Anyway, Raheem Sterling over on that far side finds Mark Cucurella. There's not too many Chelsea fans left in the stadium, which is quite nice to see, isn't it? When we saw the celebrations of Aston Villa in our last home game here, it's nice to see the away fans going home early. That's what we like to see, don't we? Especially when it's Chelsea. But of course, the games keep coming, don't they? Sunday, we are away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And if there's one team that's not going to roll over and die for us, it's them, isn't it? Let's be honest. If there's one team that's going to want to put a big dent in our title charge, it will be them. That is going to be a very, very tough game, isn't it? A very, very big 90 minutes on Sunday at 2 o'clock that starts. The Arsenal women are playing on Sunday as well at 12:30. So we're going to bring you both of those two games here. And of course, Friday night, we will be back for the Arsenal women's show with Andreas, with Amar. We'll be looking back on that big win over Leicester last weekend at the Emirates. And looking ahead, of course, to that game against Everton coming up at the weekend away. And I'm sure there'll be one or two other talking points as well. So join us for that 7:45 on Friday evening for your Arsenal women's show. And I say the two watch-along Sunday, they are both going to be good games, aren't they? Everton women against Arsenal at 12:30. And then the big one, the North London derby from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham against Arsenal. That is going to be epic. That is a 2 o'clock kickoff. And it's one of the games Tottenham got in hand on Aston Villa. They need to win, don't they, as well? So it's a big game for them if they want to get into the top four. So I'll say they're certainly not going to roll over and die like Chelsea have today. There's no doubt about that. Rajendra says, we play better against attacking teams. Well, yeah, we do. Yeah, there's more space. Of course there is. But we just play better against crap teams, really. And Chelsea are a very, very poor team at this moment in time. But you can see they're a work in progress. Pochettino is trying to get his ideas across. And he's obviously going to need time, isn't he? I mean, Mikel Arteta has been given a lot of time at Arsenal. And it's sort of paying off, isn't it, at the moment? Are Chelsea going to show patience in a manager, which hasn't happened, has it really? They've changed managers that have won them Champions League, so they don't tend to stick with managers, do they, at the best of times? Are they going to stick with Pochettino? Surely things will get better if they do. Gabriel says, yes, that 5-0 is important for our goal difference. Well, when we're so far ahead on goal difference anyway, I don't think it's going to make too much difference. But yeah, let's just push it home now. But it's the points that's going to matter, isn't it? And should Man City win their 2 games in hand, one of which is against Brighton on Thursday, then it won't make any difference if we win all our games 10-0. We still won't win the league if they win all theirs. So the important thing is the 3 points. Obviously, today we got that done pretty early in the second half, and then it's a matter of can we add to the goal difference? We might have a chance to now. Fabio Vieira over on that far side cuts in field. Martin Odegaard's gone outside, and Fabio Vieira goes on his own. Oh, into the side netting. Almost a goal for Fabio Vieira. He's got one this season from the penalty spot against, was that Sheffield United as well? I can't remember now. It was against one of them big wins that we had at the Emirates, wasn't it? And he had a go there, which went into the side net. And again, I'm not sure the goal he would have got there had it been on target. But anyway, Fabio Vieira had a go into the last 2 minutes of normal time at the end of this game, which has ended up being a very, very comfortable Arsenal victory. And we can't do any more, can we? Just win our games. That's it. And that's all there is to it. And should either of the other two teams slip up, then there we go. Also coming forward again. Fabio Vieira again over on that far side. Ben White on a hat-trick. It's gone steaming past him. And he was offside when Jesus chipped the ball through to him. And it's gone out for a goal kick anyway. Terry says, I think Poch is doing a great job at Chelsea. Just wish he was Man City manager. See, I think Poch is a good manager, right? And he's still early on in his time now. And are Chelsea any worse than we were during the early stages of Mikel Arteta? No, they're probably not. And are we stuck with Mikel Arteta and this is a result? And if Chelsea stick with Poch, I think that they could become a really good side. But will they do that? My guess is probably not, because they don't tend to stick with managers, do they? But this is a different regime, so who knows? But I think if Chelsea do stick with Poch, I do think they will potentially get rewards for it. Anyway, Gabriel says it's bad management for Chelsea. You can't spend 600 million. It really is bad. I don't think Poch has spent 600 million, has he? Some of that was a lot before, wasn't it? Gunnar Dan says we won the FA Cup with Arteta. Well, yeah, but that wasn't his team, was it? We won the FA Cup with the team that was already there. And then he's broke that team up, put his own team in, and hasn't managed to win anything so far. But obviously, we can see how the improvements are. So I do think Chelsea could end up, if they stick with Poch, I do think they will improve as well, given the time. It takes time, doesn't it? You can't expect a manager to come in straight away and build a winning team from scratch, not from scratch, but build a winning team within a year. It takes longer, doesn't it? And I think Chelsea need to give Poch longer if they're going to have success. But who knows? Terry says, is Poch not a double of Arteta nearly, man? Well, yeah, he was at Tottenham, but he did reach a Champions League final. I mean, Martinelli's in for the 6th. Oh, he's put it wide. That was a big chance there. It's going to be 7 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. I'm not quite sure where the 7 minutes has come from. Probably all the substitutions. Anyway, Martinelli's just fired wide from a good position there. Chelsea trying to play it out from the back and losing the ball. It was Raheem Sterling, actually, and then Gabriel Martinelli. A nice first touch, but he couldn't bend the ball into that far corner. We are into those 7 minutes of stoppage time. Nathan says they need some experience in that team. Yeah, no, exactly. They do need some experience in there. You're right. But that comes with the manager building that team, doesn't it? I mean, it's easy to say, oh, yeah, Poch is crap. He's not. He's a good manager. And given time, I think he'll do well at Chelsea. Will he be given that time? I'm hoping he isn't. I'm hoping they get rid of him, because if he's given time, I think he'll make them successful. But so I hope they don't give him the time. Anyway, Gabriel says, Arteta had a bad season because he didn't have the players. There's a difference between spending recklessly and not spending. Well, yeah, but I think Arteta's made some bad mistakes in terms of players he's bought as well. He wasted a lot of money, hasn't he? But yes, he's got his team together now, but he still haven't got it. He still hasn't managed to get anything over the line. That's the worry for me. That is the worry for me, that we still can't actually win a trophy. And this is all we've got left. We're doing as well as we can, but is it going to be enough? Terry says, come on, Arsenal, score an own goal. Chelsea don't seem like they're going to. No, well, Chelsea definitely aren't going to score unless we do make a horrendous mistake. And the ball chips over the top by Martin Odegaard, but Gabriel Martinelli isn't going to get that at all. So as it stands, then we've played 34, 77 points. Liverpool played 33, 74. Man City played 32, 73. So the pressure's on Man City in particular, isn't it? Liverpool have got a game in hand, and should they win it, they'll go level on points with us, keeps the pressure on. But Man City have now got to win both their games in hand. And that's not going to be easy to do, is it? Anyone else coming forward again? Declan Rice deserves a goal. Is he going to get one? He's gone very wide, pulls it back. Oh, couldn't quite find Martinelli. And Chelsea will clear it away. Gabriel says, if Raya wins Golden Boot, we're going to celebrate, a Golden Gloves. Yeah, well, obviously we will, yeah, but it's not quite the same, is it? Raheem Sterling bringing it forward, looking for Nicholas Jackson, but wasn't a great ball. Gabriel tidied it up. And Gabriel says Golden Glove. Yeah, he will probably win it now, because he's very close to it, isn't he? If he gets a clean sheet in this game, can he be caught if he keeps a clean sheet in this game? I'm not sure if he can with a number of games left. I'm not sure if he can anyway. I'm sure we'll find out. soon enough. Anyway, we've played 3 minutes of the 7 of stoppage time. To be fair, a lot of the Arsenal fans have gone home as well, because this team don't deserve a nice ovation at the end of the day for winning 5-0. So the fans are going to go home because they'd rather queue outside the station for 2 hours rather than actually staying a little bit longer in the game and actually giving the players the reward for winning the game, for the performance. That's what they deserve. But the fans are just going home instead. It's ridiculous. You can almost understand it. I mean, it's bad when we were losing to Villa, but you can almost understand it. When the team has played well, surely they deserve a big crowd at the end to show their appreciation for the performance tonight. Sometimes our fans just do my head in, honestly. They say they support the team and support the manager. Well, show that at the end then. Show that at the end when they deserve it for this performance tonight, which has been really, really good. And there's still people going now. There's still people leaving. Honestly. You pay that money for a ticket. Can't even stay to the end. We're winning 5-0. Gabriel says 5-star performance. Indeed, it has been a good performance from Arsenal. Really, really good. There we say it's a performance of champions. We don't want to say it though, do we? Because it's never a good idea, is it, to put the kibosh on it. But we have looked like champions tonight, actually, in the end, with this performance when the pressure's on. So well done to everyone involved. Terry says, I think if Raya does win it, we should celebrate by giving him back to Brentford at the end of his contract and bringing a world-class keeper. To be honest with you, he's done well, David Raya. Is he a world-class goalkeeper? No, of course he's not. But he's done well for us. And that's all you can worry about, isn't it? He's been brilliant for us. He's going to win the Golden Gloves potentially. And, yeah, another clean sheet tonight. Or will it be? Raheem Sterling's clear over on that far side. If Chelsea score, there'll be silence in the ground because there's no Chelsea fans left behind that goal. Patrick says it took Fergie to build Man United in 1986, but look who he had bringing Beck, Scholes, Giggs and Neville brothers. Yeah, exactly. It takes time. It does take time. There's a Chelsea fan waving a blow-up European Cup in that corner there, which is quite funny, really, because that's the only thing they've got on us, isn't it? The fact they've won the Champions League twice. That's all they've got on us, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. And yes, it is annoying and frustrating that we haven't won that trophy at all. But anyway, I'd still rather have our history than theirs. I'm pretty sure about that. Rajendra says a lot of them are staying. Well, a lot of them are going as well. And there shouldn't be anybody going. They should all be staying behind to applaud this team off the pitch because that's what they deserve tonight for this performance. It's been magnificent. And it's going to be a half-empty stadium at the end, which is really disappointing. Martin Odegaard now in possession. Oh, so we have got time. We've got, a minute of stoppage time left. Can we get a 6th goal just to put to bed that 6-0 loss that we had at Stamford Bridge? Martinelli's in here. Is he onside? It's going to be 6. Martinelli, can he finish it? No, he can't. Another save from Petrovic. And not a great finish from Martinelli, if we're totally honest. And it would have been 6-0, which is what we were just saying. We want to get a 6-0, don't we? Just to, put that 6-0. When they beat us, it will shut them up about that. Then we just need to win the Champions League twice, and then they can shut up about that as well. Raheem Sterling coming forward. It has been Arsenal's night tonight. Mark Cucurella. Are Chelsea going to get the last goal in this game? Mark Cucurella with a ball into the box. There's no Chelsea player there now. Declan Rice just chests it back to the goalkeeper. Terry says Chelsea only has 12 years of history. Exactly, yeah. Regeneration says if I paid for a men's game, I would be there. So exactly, yeah. I don't think I've ever left a game early in my whole life. I don't think there was one game I left early. That was when we lost 4-0 to Manchester United in the FA Cup in 2008, I think it was. Anyway, there goes the full-time whistle. It has finished 5-0. We're going to give the team a round of applause, even if half the fans in the ground have already gone home. That was a quite remarkable second half in particular. The goals flew in. We got the early lead, which it always helps to settle you down, doesn't it? 4 minutes was on the clock when Declan Rice set up Trossard. Maybe the goalkeeper should have saved it at the near post. We didn't really manage to build on that in that first half, did we? We had loads of chances. Couldn't find that second goal. Chelsea had one or two moments where they hit the post when Gabriel's deflected effort came back off the post when it could have been 1-1. But in the second half, it all came good, didn't it? Ben White got the second goal. Declan Rice's shot deflected inside the box and Ben White tucked it in the corner. Kai Havertz then got 2 really good finishes. One when he ran through onto Martin Odegaard's pass to make it 3-0. And then he got the ball inside the box from Saka. and drilled a shot into the bottom corner off the post to make it 4. And then Ben White got the 5th, his 2nd of the game. It was clearly a cross from the far side, but it doesn't matter. It went in. We had a few other chances as well, didn't we, during that game? The goalkeeper for Chelsea, Petrovic, despite a couple of mistakes, made 4 or 5 good saves. Could easily have been a lot more, couldn't it? But we'll take 5-0 at this point in the season, won't we? Of course we will. And the fans that have stayed are enjoying it, and maybe those that have gone home might well regret it when they see the scenes going on. Regis says they should have easily scored 6, but yeah, 5. Yeah, we'll take 5-0. Terry says, boo, you let me down. Well, Chelsea did. Russ says, wasteful in the first half, made up for it in the second. Yeah, we did, yeah. Fun, isn't it, when you get a game when you have some really good chances in one half, in the first half, don't take them. And in the second half, we get a bit lucky with a couple of the goals. But, one was a deflection that fell our way, and then obviously the cross. But anyway, there you go. Nathan says, brilliant result. It was a brilliant result. And it was a brilliant result for Chelsea as well. And their fans are going home with their tail between their legs. We're actually 30 points above Chelsea in the league. Well, there was a time when we'd have loved to have been 5 points above Chelsea, let alone being 30 points above them. But anyway, it's not Chelsea we need to worry about, is it? What we need to worry about is those teams just below us. Manchester City, 4 points behind with 2 games in hand. Liverpool, 3 points behind with 1 game in hand. Mark C says their statement win. Indeed, it is a statement win. Rajendra says, come on, you Gunners, just keep winning and we'll be there. Well, if we keep winning, we won't be far away. Will it be enough? We still don't know, do we? Because it's out of our hands. But all I want to see us do now is just win our games. Of course, Sunday is going to be massive, isn't it? Because Sunday is the one at Tottenham away. And if one team are going to want to put a spanner in the works for us, it's going to be them, isn't it? So let's see. Raja says, I didn't miss a single minute. I wonder where was this team against Villa. Yeah, but what you've got to remember is, right, yes, we played well tonight. We played well at times against Villa, didn't take our chances, but Chelsea have just come off the back of a semi-final defeat in the FA Cup. Their season hasn't been great, has it? That was their last chance of any kind of success that's disappeared on the wayside. And, we've come up, maybe it was a good time to play them tonight. Not distinguishing our performance, because our performance was brilliant. But yeah, and I thought Aston Villa, they had something big to play for in the league, that top 4. They came with a really good game plan and carried it out. And it is small margins in football, isn't it? And you can look at the 2 results and say, Villa won 2-0, we've now beaten Chelsea 5-0. But when you look at it, there wasn't actually much to choose between the 2 games. Aston Villa had a much better game plan, had much better execution of that game plan, whereas Chelsea today looked very disjointed. They had some moments, but they wasn't able to take them. And in the end, yeah, it was comfortable, wasn't it? Absolutely comfortable. Gabriel said we cooked and we did. Mark C says we've applied the pressure. Yeah, don't say that, because applying the pressure is a very Tottenham kind of thing, isn't it? But we're doing more than applying the pressure. We're taking it all the way. We are taking it all the way. Terry says, to be fair, it should have been 5-1. That would have been a fair result. Well, I mean, they did have a few chances, Chelsea, in that first half in particular, didn't they? Regis says, is it 2:30 a.m.? Well, thank you for staying up and joining us. Nathan says, I did not expect to sweep them aside like that. Hats off. Come on, Brighton. Yeah, I'm not expecting too much from Brighton, if we're totally honest. But anyway, Regis says, no, Terry, clean sheet mattered. Raya is closing in on Golden Gloves. He won't be far away now, will he? Mark C says, let's appreciate the result. And, well, let's appreciate the performance, I think, more than anything. I mean, a 1-0 win playing well would have been great. To play well and win 5-0, we need to appreciate the performance, because that was, especially that second half. I mean, yeah, the first half was good when we could have scored a lot more goals. But, yeah, I mean, the second half, when it all came together for us, was just quite brilliant, wasn't it? Terry says, that's no excuse. That's worse than Richard. I had a good excuse for being late. Works is an excuse, isn't it? Russ says, cheers. I say, well, your score prediction didn't last long, did it, mate? It was 2-0 for a while, though, so well done for that anyway. Nathan says, thanks for the commentary. Enjoy your night, everyone. And yourself, my friend. We'll certainly enjoy our night now after that. Regis says, come on, I watched it live. People are sleeping. And no, you did well. 2:30 in the morning, mate. Well done. Thank you for joining us. So, wow. What an incredible performance that was. What an incredible game. And yes, as Mark C said, a statement victory. It is a statement victory. And I think what that's showing is that, yes, we've had some disappointments in the last couple of weeks. Gone out of the Champions League, the Villa game. But I think that this performance tonight with 4 games left has shown that, you know, we are here for the all the way now. We're going to go all the way, aren't we? We're going to take it to the last game. And that's all we can do. Regardless of anything else, we're still going to be there fighting on that last game, aren't we? I'm sure. So that's what we did tonight. And that's good. Mark C says, good old Havertz indeed. Terry says, do I win anything for being the only one with faith in us tonight? No, you don't know, because you got to score wrong. We all got to score wrong. So, you know, you got it no more wrong than we did. So, you know, you don't get anything for being wrong, I'm afraid. But you did have more faith than some of us did in the number of goals that we would score. So there you go. So you deserve some credit for that. Yeah. You know. Mark C says, we've bounced back well after the Villa loss. Well, yeah, I mean, and the Bayern loss as well. I think those 2 defeats were worrying, wasn't they? The performances were worrying. We looked tired. We looked lacking ideas. And I wasn't sure we would bounce back, actually. And I thought at Wolves we looked tired and not really on it. So, you know, tonight, yes, it was a nice game for us. Chelsea were a bit under strength, coming off the back of a semi-final defeat. Yes, it all went in our favour, didn't it? But you still got to do the job. It's no good having all those things in your favour if you don't complete the job. And we did complete the job tonight. We did it well. So he says, what happens to 29 next season if we bring in a top centre forward? Well, he'll play in that number 8 role, won't he? Rajendra says, we burned them out. They lost spirit. Also were shooting off both against us and Man City. Yeah, I mean, I think that you know, what we've got to remember is that, you know, Chelsea. It was a good time for us to play Chelsea tonight. Let's not make no bones about it. But we still had to produce a great performance to beat them, and we did. To beat them 5-0 as well. You know, I'd have took a 1-0. Mark C says, later chats roll on Sunday. Indeed, we will see you on Sunday, my friend. We look forward to that. It's going to be tense. It's going to be exciting, though, isn't it? Rajas says, let 29 be our false 9. I think we do need a centre forward, but the problem is Mikel Arteta is probably not going to buy one, because he's not really bought a proper centre forward in the whole time he's been here. And now we're scoring all these goals, and I don't know. But let's worry about that at the end of the season. We've got enough to keep us. We've got enough to keep us busy for the next few weeks, haven't we? As we go in towards the big part of the season, our last 4 games. Wow, incredible. Terry says, night, Mark and Nathan, indeed. So that's that then. It finished Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. What an incredible game. What an incredible second half in particular. And we are now 3 points clear of Liverpool, 4 points clear of Man City, who do have 2 games in hand, let's not forget. But as we said before, is it better to have games in hand, or is it better to have points on the board? We will find out over the next couple of weeks, won't we? We'll find out maybe Thursday, because Man City are playing Brighton in one of those games in hand, and they need to win that game now, don't they? So we'll see whether or not they are able to do that. So yeah, 5-0 it was. Trossard with the early goal, and in the second half, 2 from Kai Havertz, 2 from Ben White. One was a cross, but we let him off. And it's finished 5-0. We could have scored a few more, couldn't we? The Chelsea goalkeeper had a mixed night, letting a couple of soft ones, made 4 or 5 really good saves. We missed a few other chances as well. Chelsea at the post in the first half had 1 or 2 moments of their own, but there was no doubt that was a very, very impressive Arsenal performance. That was a very, very impressive Arsenal victory. And Manchester City and Liverpool would have looked at that and thought, oh, okay, that's serious. And maybe we are serious. Terry says 29 should make a false 9 because he has convinced a lot of Arsenal fans that he's a footballer. Come on, he had a good game tonight, 2 great goals, and he had a good performance. He was up there for player of the match for me tonight. They did give it to Martin Odegaard on the telly, actually, but yeah, he was great. I thought Declan Rice was great as well. Kai Havertz was great. Ben White with 2 goals. Trossard was good. They were all good, really, weren't they, overall? So, yeah, David Raya did well when he was needed. So, yeah, it's all good, isn't it? Rajendra says, see your great commentary as always, and it was all action and too much to make too many comments. No, it was all action, you're right. It was an exciting game, wasn't it? End to end in the first half a little bit, and then in the second half we ran away with it with a really good performance. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to, if you are new, subscribe to the channel and give us a like as well before you go. But I say coming up on Friday, we are back with the Arsenal Women's Show. That'll be at 7:45. We'll have Andreas and Emma with us looking back on the Leicester game, looking ahead to Everton on Sunday, and all other news from the week from the Arsenal women. And then, of course, Sunday, 2 watch-alongs for you. Arsenal women against Everton kicks off at 12:30, so we'll be about 12:15 for that one. And, of course, the North London derby kicks off at 2. So we'll go straight into that one as well. So busy Sunday for me, and a busy weekend coming up. But it's all going to be good if we get 2 victories, won't it? It'll be worthwhile. So join us for all of that. Like, share, and subscribe. Arsenal 5, Chelsea. That feels good, doesn't it? 5-0. 5-0, and we're 4 points clear of Man City as well. That's important. But they have got them 2 games in hand. So we're going to find out, aren't we, over the next few weeks, whether or not this Arsenal team are going to end 20 years of hurt. We shall see. Terry says, Richard, when you're doing another midweek special with Neil, well, when there's not a game midweek, maybe next week then. There's not a game next week. Yeah, we'll do one next week. Then we can look back on the Tottenham game, can't we? So, yeah, we'll do one next midweek. I'll get that organised. We'll get Neil involved. That's going to be good. Greg says consistency is what we need now, but big question marks there. Absolutely no. We've won nothing yet. We have won nothing yet. It was a good result tonight, a good performance tonight. Yeah, statement result in many ways. But if we don't win on Sunday away at Tottenham, then it's all for nothing, quite honestly, isn't it? So, you know, this is just one of, well, this was the first of 5 must-win games. And we've got the first one done. Yeah, you're right. Consistency now. These next 4 games, we have to win them. If we do, we'll have a hell of a chance. But if we lose Sunday, or even if we draw Sunday, probably not going to be enough, is it? Especially if City do beat Brighton on Thursday. Terry says, cheers, Richard. Much appreciated again for tonight. And come on, you Gooner girls, indeed. Terry says, absolutely, Greg. Indeed, yeah. I mean, we've got to show that consistency now. We've been there for most of the season, but this is where it matters. And this is a crucial time. Let's go again on Sunday. So that's it then. 5-0, top of the league. In fact, why don't we? I think we need a little bit of this, don't we are top league, and we're going to be top league at least until next weekend, because even if Man City win on Thursday, we'll still be above them. So let's enjoy it, shall we? Let's enjoy being top of the league. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on Friday for the Women's Show, and of course Sunday for the 2 watch-alongs. It's been good tonight. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, share, and subscribe. I will see you Friday. Come on, you guys. What a performance that was. What a night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you very soon. Take it easy, guys.